Alrighty, so how did I used to start my show off? Greetings, Earthlings. Greetings, Earthlings. I don't know. I didn't start it off like that, did I? All right, yeah, let's just go into it.
Are we cousins on camera or no?
Are we what?
Cousins still or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were we not? Oh, if the cameras weren't on?
I feel like I called you cousin on your thing the other day and you was like, nah.
It's February 23rd, and we're here, back on the Ki Memory Chronicles with me, Ki. Do I like that? That was kind of cool with me, Ki. So it's February 23rd, and we're back here on the Ki Memory Chronicles with me, Ki, or KG, or just Keyshawn, whatever you want to call me. And I got an awesome guest today. My coolest, the best, my big cousin, Dominique, a.k.a. Nic Da Saint.
What's happening, man?
Nic Da Saint, man. It's been a long time coming.
I know, right? I always knew I wanted to do one of these, but I'm glad you invited me up here and we made it work finally.
Episode 7.
It's actually my first podcast, I think. I've done like little interviews, but I never been a part of a podcast. So
I thought you was on someone's podcast one time.
Was Dudes Say Mouth, is that a podcast or was it just interviews?
That was an interview.
Yeah, I don't know about podcasts.
I feel like that was when you went to that studio, that was a freestyle thing.
Probably so, yeah. I'm forgetful too, so shit, who knows?
Well,
this feel like the first one because I'm reinventing right now, and
What do you mean reinventing?
my new self. I'm about to drop. I'm in this crazy mindset, this crazy mode. The whole tape going crazy. So
Oh yeah, you're fasting right now. You're doing Ramadan.
definitely, yeah.
Is this your first time?
My first time Ramadan, but not fasting. So I'm not a Muslim, but I just chose to participate because I'm a little bit interested in, the benefits of it and just learning more about different religions, different things. So I'm always down for a good fast, It's how you bring your blessings.
So it's no food, no water until
Till sundown. Sun up to sundown is when I fast. So, and I'm not the type to try to wake up at 6 or 6:30 or 7 just to drink some water or eat. So, it really just be as soon as I wake up, no drinks of water. I brush my teeth, but try not to swallow too much and pause.
Why are we in this era where we can't? That's such a regular thing. I didn't see nothing wrong with that until you said it.
I'm speaking about fasting, and I still gotta hit the pause. Like, hey,
We're not in New York, man. We're not in New York.
but yeah, so just no water or nothing, man. That's the hardest part. Like, I can go without eating. I'm a big guy, big healthy nigga, but shit, I can go without food. I usually don't eat breakfast too often, but no drinking water. Hitting the gym, I still be hooping and stuff. That'd be kind of difficult.
So you think it's putting you in like the mindset? Or like, what are you getting from doing Ramadan this year?
Focus. Well, first of all, getting closer to God. I'm praying more. I pray for wisdom. I'm becoming wiser, learning, and you might get other little stuff that comes with it. Like you might get some weight loss if you're working out. You're really being true to it, but discipline. To answer your question, what I mean, like. I kind of struggled with discipline in the past, so I'm trying to get better with that. So, this is something I do.
Discipline is something I really strive to work on, honestly. I feel like I've always been a pretty disciplined guy, but
You are?
I was never, you think so?
Yeah.
I was never conscious of it. Like, it was never like, I must be disciplined. It's only in like the last few years where I'm like, I should try to be disciplined.
Yeah. I think everyone can work on their discipline because no one's perfect, so it's like always something we can do, but in general, me viewing you and just knowing you, like you're a very disciplined person. So I try to pick up on that type of stuff, learn from it.
Interesting. I feel like when I think about disciplines, like in people that I knew that was disciplined in my life, I look to family like your pops to me is discipline, like how he did the acting. Definitely. I feel like that was an example of discipline I saw where it's like he had a challenge and even though it's like he's in Lansing of all places, he was able to get on big network TV shows because he was disciplined on like, man, I'm gonna keep practicing at that.
Yeah, when he lock in, man, he can be unstoppable. He believe it more than anybody. So that's the key, like to being disciplined. You believe it more than others. Now everybody gonna hate or whatever, but
yeah, is that something that maybe you feel like you picked up on like growing up with him? Because remind me this, like you wasn't raised in Lansing, like were you were because you were born in Detroit, but you
Yeah,
was
so I was born in Detroit. You know, that's where my mom is from. My father being from Lansing. He's a Michigander also, but he went to college in Detroit where I was conceived. He met my mom. They both played at Highland Park, so Highland Park Community College.
oh your mom
So
played basketball too?
yeah,
Oh wow, that's
mom was
lit.
like a point guard. That's why I got crazy handles.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't
So
know that.
yeah, he met her in Detroit. You know, he went there from Lansing, from Sexton, and then went off. They met, hooked up or whatever, and went off to a college in Arkansas somewhere.
Hmm.
I don't want to say the wrong one, but I think he was close to home in Little Rock because we got family out there in North Little Rock.
Shout out Little Rock.
Yeah, North Little Rock to be specific. You know, Dixie.
Yeah, what up, JVon?
Shout out to our people out there, Uncle Doyle. Ain't that
Ain't Bobo.
Ain't Bobo, everybody. Rest in peace to the ones we lost. But so they went out to Arkansas, and I believe they went to Sam Houston as well in Texas. I was like 1 or 2 years old, so.
Oh wow, so you was with him when I was going to college.
Yeah, I was a little baby, like on the basketball court, can see you like right there in the background. You know, coaches babysitting me, players babysitting me. They tell me all these stories, and
Really?
sometimes
Wow.
I hear from them people, and they're like, "Man, I remember you was a baby, man. That's crazy, man. You was always on the court. We knew you was gonna be big as hell." So they thought I was gonna be like 7 foot, but yeah, that ain't happening.
Shoot, close enough. What are you like 6'4"?
No, I'm like 6'2.5". I'll be capping saying I'm 6'3". You know, I put on the right shoes, I might can get that off.
That's cool. So because I know basketball is like really integral to your life, and it sounds like it. Like you've just been on the court
Yeah,
forever.
yeah. Pops was hooping, man. I was with my mom, and unfortunately, she had an accident. So when I was about 9, 10, I went to visit my father, and she got in that accident where she hit her head or something like that, and she wasn't really the same. So I stayed with my pops in Miami. And he was still lit. He was still hooping. He was like trying out for teams, getting. When I go to my
teams.
like he had letters from at least half of the NBA teams, like in grandma's house in the basement. So in Lansing, I seen those letters. It's like Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat.
Oh damn! So this ain't the G League. This the real. Like,
Yeah, this one you had like back in the days they would have workouts or whatever. So he was dope, man. It was cool watching him because he was real talented. So it was something to look up to. He was, popular. He had all these NBA friends we was cool with. So, and then it was Miami, Florida. So shit, you can't beat that.
So you most like mainly your childhood was in Miami.
Yeah. So I would say I went there like for about the 4th grade. I was, South Point on South Beach was the elementary, and till about middle school, like right before high school. So kind of like from age 10 to 13, I might have been in Miami. Right around 2000 is when we left, and he met someone in Cleveland. They linked up, a female, and I ended up in Cleveland randomly after that.
Oh wow!
So my high school years in Cleveland, a lot of my close friends, they come from your high school years sometimes. They from Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland, man. I fuck with Cleveland heavy, man, but it's crazy out there. It's wild, just as wild as Detroit or wilder.
Dang, I kind of want to go back to Miami, man. Like growing up, I used to watch like all types of shows, specifically Disney, and Disney used to have movies in the coolest locations. Like one of my favorites, like Johnny Tsunami, aka Johnny Kapahala.
Yeah.
He was always like, I think he was like in Hawaii or he was somewhere, but it was like by the ocean.
Yeah.
So I was
I remember that, but I don't know if I watched it.
Yeah, man. I used to love those movies. I was like, man, I wish I could grow up by the ocean or on an island. So how was that living with, you got the ocean right there. You're in Miami at the prime time Miami.
Man,
Like,
that shit was crazy. I was a little kid from Detroit to come and be exposed to, like you mentioned, the ocean. It was beautiful. It was like, we got the big lakes, Lake Michigan and all that stuff. We got rivers, but the ocean is just different. We had a bay in our backyard. So I developed this love for fishing because my pops taught me how to fish. I would be fishing in the ocean, fishing in our backyard, see manatees, see dolphins, barracudas, all these sharks. Like, it was crazy, man. It was beautiful. But just the weather in general was like nothing like it. It's Miami, Florida. So, and then it exposed me to a lot of beautiful different races that I had no clue. Being like 10, I see a Spanish person up north. You know how it is. You'd be like, "What's that? A Puerto Rican or a Mexican?"
yeah.
I'm in the 4th grade. Like, people correcting me. I'm not Mexican. I'm Cuban. You better get that shit right.
He was
They
in
don't
a
play.
real melting pot.
Yeah, I'm Bolivian. I'm Venezuelan. I'm Dominican. You know, all these places where I'm like, oh, so it's particular. Like, ain't just they Spanish overall, but you know, try to understand where they really from.
Yeah. That's actually pretty lit, man.
'Cause they got pride in that, like how we do.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't from Lansing. So I'm from Detroit. I'm from this side. You know, they like that too.
So since your pops was like, he was trying out for NBA teams, did he actually make a team? Because you mentioned the Heat, so
I don't know if he made it. They wanted. They used to be. So he was close with like Masburn and Vo Leonard, Tim Hardaway, all them guys. Like I know them guys. You know what I mean? I was the little kid in the gym. They used to give me shoes and stuff. So
dang,
it was lit. Yeah, even Tim little son, he was a little boy back then, like crying about his ball. Give my ball back. He was one of them. But Hardaway Jr., he went to the league too. But yeah, like I was saying, he knew a lot of them guys, and they used to all say, "Man, you could play in the league. Like you need a tryout." They used to try to get it with Pat Riley was, you know, the legendary coach.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he actually ever got one at that time period. I do know around that time he got hit on a motorcycle. Like he had these big old Helix, I think they was called, these big scooters. And I'm glad he alive, man. They said because he was in shape, you know, he was alive. He would have died.
dang,
And he had his helmet on, so. It was a hit and run. Some Cuban person hit him in Miami on the highway.
Dang.
He landed on his head, didn't break his spine, or they said his shit was strong enough to, you know, survive. Wow. Rolled around, he was all scraped up, and his foot was like looking at him. So and then he also had an ACL injury in college. So, you know, injuries kind of got in the way of him really making a team, but he was like that for real.
Dang, that's crazy. I've heard those stories. I've seen his trophies like in grandma's basement. So
yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, all them letters down there too. I don't know if you've seen them. You got to open the drawer.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's crazy. When I saw that, I was like, damn, I think my pops was better than I know he was. And people always let me know. Like, he'd tell me he was the shit, but you know, when you hear from others,
it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, like, man, do you know how cold your daddy is? Like, when we go to Detroit, niggas be saying that.
Yeah.
The old school niggas, the unks, like, I'm like, yeah, pops was like that. When I seen him, he was kind of like, after his injury, but he was still, he started shooting. He could shoot the rock. He was out cold, but he used to be a high jumping nigga, like dunking on everybody.
Dang. So you used to know, like, you used to be around a bunch of NBA players, like.
Yeah, man, all of them. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them, but all of the Heat for sure. Like, I literally knew the Heat.
Wow.
That crazy team, like with Tim, Vo Leonard, Mash, Alonzo Mourning, Dan Marley was shooting the trays, Ike Adley, like, of course, you know, they was his peers. He was, you know, I was just a kid, but they all knew me.
Wow, so I'm gonna just throw this out there because if you was around all them people, I'm imagining you must have met Michael Jordan.
I met Mike, believe it or not. I met Mike. He shook my hand. I seen Mike get them niggas the business. Mike dropped 50 points on the Heat right before my eyes. Me and my pops was at the game. I'm going crazy with the little
like
clicking.
Was it an official game?
Official Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, locked in, 50 points. And one reverse. Dunking on Alonzo Mourning, all that shit. I'm right there. Great seats. Because we had the player seats, you know, we knew both.
Dang, so you was down there.
Yeah, it wasn't floor seats, but it was close enough where I'm like, damn, I look up, everybody else way up there.
Dang.
So I seen Mike drop 50. So with those seats, if you know a player, you get these VIP tickets. The VIP allows you to walk, you know, after the game, you in the back. Where the players come out, they walk into the bus, they leave in the locker room. Everybody trying to get Mike's attention. I'm little old me, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan. He ain't signed no other autograph, but my pops was, you know, he's 6'7", so he looked like, who's that tall nigga? And my dad had met Michael Jordan previously. He had played him in a one-on-one back in the days in Detroit or something.
Dang.
Yeah, on the news. Like, I think Mike got the best of him, of course, but yeah, he recognized my dad, dapped him up, because my dad was cool with Scotty, too. So, first Scotty signed... Yeah, Scottie Pippen.
Oh, wow.
He from Arkansas. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yep, he from out there. So, he signed my... I had this poster. It had Scotty, Mike, Dennis Rodman on it. So, I'm trying to get Mike's attention. He finally... He came up and hollered at me, and then, you know, he ignored everybody else.
Wow.
Scotty came with no problem first. Like, he was cool with my father. Like, it was all love when he seen him. Do you know who the hardest one to get a hold of was?
Dennis.
Dennis Rodman, man.
I bet.
he had so many reporters. Like, I ran over to him. I was a little kid. I'm so small. These reporters sticking cameras and mics in his face. Because they waiting for that opportunity. You know, Dennis going to say something wild and crazy. And he's just got that image. He look crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I can't get to Dennis Rodman. So my silly ass. Yeah, so that was the night. I go home. I'm so disappointed. I got Scottie Pippen. I wish I had that poster right here right now to show y'all I ain't capping. It's all wrinkled up and ugly, but I got Mike's real signature, Scottie Pippen. And then for Dennis Rodman, I signed it.
You signed it?
Mind you, I'm probably 10 years old. I'm like a little 4th grader or a 5th grader. I signed this shit. It looked horrible. It's chicken scratch. It ain't even close to Mike's is legit. Scotty's is even more legit. Scotty got a John Hancock. Like, his shit a real
so
sick.
you try to make Dennis's name and it just...
I'm in the 4th grade trying to write Dennis Rodman in cursive. That shit look horrible when I look at it to this day.
You messed up the whole poster.
I messed it up, man. But it's great for the story though. Like,
dang, that poster could have been, you could have had a real, man, let's frame this, put it on eBay for some racks.
I still frame it, but I don't want to get rid of it. It's a memory that, like, you know, it probably would be worth some bread even still, but I probably will frame it and it'll be like the ugly poster that's framed. Like, because we should have kept it in mint condition. I blame Pops for that. Like, I don't know why the poster all wrinkled up and stuff, but yeah, I fucked it up with the signature.
So when did you start playing basketball?
Since when they had me in college, man, I was playing out the womb. Like, I was a basketball baby. So my mom taught me at first, you know, my dad went to Florida for opportunities and stuff. He went down there with Steve Smith originally, who's a Detroit legend, Michigan State legend.
Yeah.
So that was my godfather when I was a child. They was like real close friends.
Wow.
I was at, you know, all of their games and stuff in Detroit, you know, playing since a little kid, man. I'm probably since as long as I can remember. I remember shooting socks into the, you know, a little rim, balling up socks or making it with a laundry basket, like at age 4 and stuff.
This was natural to you.
Yeah. I've been hooping for a while.
That's pretty dope, man. So when do you think you had like that moment, maybe like in middle school or somewhere in Miami where you felt like, okay, yeah, I'm cold at this? Or do you feel like you just always had it?
I knew that I was advanced at hooping probably around when I went to Miami. In Detroit, I was playing PAL. PAL was like the little league stuff where you play and you hoop and you like 5, 6, 7. When I went to Miami, I was a little chubby kid because my mom used to let me eat, but I still was like elusive. Yeah. I had handles. I had game. Like, he quick like a point guard, but he a little chubby kid. I realized I was more advanced than a lot of my peers, probably around the 4th and 5th grade. I was just doing stuff that they couldn't do. I had eyesight. I just felt like I had an advantage. Like, I could pass damn near. I mean, I ain't trying to. Magic Johnson is probably the greatest passer ever, but I really had those type of no looks at 4th, 5th grade. My pops admitted it, like, man, you pass way better than me. Like, I'm a grown ass man.
So tell me about North Shore. How did that?
North Shore was a job that he got. It was North Shore Recreational Park. And that was like our little every day. Like, he worked there, but imagine this fun place to go after school with kids all your age. A recreation center. So we hooping, we playing ping pong, we doing dance events. We, you know, back when being a kid was really being a kid. Like,
right. Stuff
they don't do now. Like, it was fun, man. So he worked there as a coach, and I was his son, so I was lucky to be able to just come without having to pay and all that stuff and just tag along.
Wow, so he was able to get like pretty much daily training.
I was hooping a lot, getting training from him. You know, he was working me out. You know, I started losing weight because he was running me. Like,
yeah,
you ain't about to be fat with me. So, you know, I was still a little chubby, but I started getting in shape, slimming up. I made a lot of good friends, man. That's when I got close with some Hispanic people, like Cubans, Dominicans. A lot of my little day one friends down there. R.P. to Herbert too, man. That was my dog, man. Somebody killed him in Miami, but
dang,
that's another story. But yeah, man, I made a lot of friends out there. North Shore was cool. It was very fun. I feel like kids deserve like an opportunity to be a part of something like that. Recreational centers, you know, keep you active, keep your social skills up. Yeah.
Do you know how to speak Spanish?
Un poquito.
Un poquito. Okay.
I understand it better than I speak it, but I can speak it, you know.
So being in Miami, and RP to your boy, man, like, cause you from Detroit, and we know how crazy that is. Miami's crazy too, and what did you live in a part of Miami where all the craziness was happening, or did y'all kind of live outside of Miami? 'Cause what I remember from Miami was being on like First 48 all the time.
Yeah, Overtown. Back to Herbert, his murder was on First 48. He was an episode on there. Yep. I forget the
Damn.
name of it, man, but it was crazy seeing that and knowing that that was my childhood friend, man, getting killed. But that happened like a little later after I left, moved to Cleveland. We were in Overtown, which is the hood. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about Miami, you know Town Nerd, Full Life. Overtown is like that. So that's the hood. That's like downtown area, but all these it's the hood, like I say. But we moved to North Miami Beach when I started going to North Shore to that part.
Mm-hmm.
That was a better area. I'm sure he was like happier to raise me in that area around that time. But it was still Miami. Like it's still close enough, but you on the beach, so you're a little bit away from the city.
Would you ever move back?
I would, but Miami make you want to get some money, man. Like you don't
want to. Man, Miami makes you want to spend, be a big spender.
Yeah, you don't want to live there, like not even just broke, not even just regular decent job. I don't know. Some people might, but myself, it's too much around. It's too much flashiness. It's too much stuff I want, like right in my face. Like I have to be able to get it, touch it. Like
man,
it's so extravagant. You know what I'm saying? And so many rich people.
I love Miami. I always thought I'd love to live in Miami. Every time I go,
I would.
Like, it's a vibe.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Now you said you moved to after Miami. You lived in Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland, man.
How was that?
Shout out to the land, man. Cleveland was dope, man. Some of my closest buddies to this day I met in Cleveland. It was around the 8th grade. I went up there. I was hooping. I was the new kid, I was always that new kid on the block type guy. I had to earn my respect. So Cleveland was high school, so around the time I started getting into girls, athletics was taking off. You started getting D1 looks. I went to Glenville High School. Shout out to the Ville, man. You from the Cleveland, you know what the Ville do. That's like one of the coldest high schools in there, but it's in the hood off St. Clair. So St. Clair, Bone used to rap about them.
Oh wow.
That's where or rap about it. That's where they from. East Side, St. Clair, 80 Road, Shayland.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yep. So Cleveland was like that, man. I like Cleveland. I learned a lot. I grew. I feel like I became a young man in Cleveland.
What's some like memorable moments in Cleveland?
Memorable moments in Cleveland. I was so into sports. I had to say like some of them football moments. Some of me learning how to.
So you transitioned from basketball to football.
Yeah, I was hooping as well, but I had size. I can catch. I kept telling them like, man, let me try football. Let me be a tight end. But they didn't respect it at first. But I had to earn it.
Yeah.
They started seeing I had hands, like some of the best hands on the team. No disrespect to like Milligan and Debbie Deb, Ray Smalls, Ray Fisher. Like my high school was like crazy with talent, loaded. So there was a pipeline for Ohio State.
Dang.
The Buckeyes.
Yeah.
So Jim Tressel, big head ass, he used to be in our school walking around, like checking. It was crazy, like, cause it's the hood.
Wow.
Imagine like, what's that school? Not Coach Carter, but what's the old school where Morgan Freeman played that role?
Remember the Titans?
No, Morgan Freeman. Throwback film.
It's not Coach Carter?
Nah. Morgan Freeman was the coach, like, and he's like turning the school. It's just a very dangerous hood.
Are you talking about Lean On Me?
Yeah.
Imagine, it's like that?
Imagine that type of school, bro. Like metal detectors, like niggas coming with guns, like.
But you got a D1 coach walking around.
Coaches, plural. But Tressel was one of the top ones. So yeah, he in there. Like you go in the basement, we working out, I see Tressel, like, oh shit.
Dang.
And me being a Michigan man, it was hilarious. It was me against the world in that school. Like when it came to like sports talk, when it came down to like Michigan versus Ohio State, the most heated rivalry in the world ever, I would be the only one cheering for, yeah, go blue, go blue. They'd be hating on me, but shout out Coach Ginn, man. Shout out everybody in Cleveland, man. Glenville specifically, because them my dogs, man. And, that helped build me, man. That helped mold me because they don't build no weak men.
Yeah.
Like Glenville don't do that. Like we was into God early. Ginn just had the program the right way, man. Even since it was at the bottom like that. So now it's transitioned to the Ginn Academy. He got his own school, you know.
Oh wow.
His son ended up going to the league. He was a senior when I was a freshman. Ted Ginn Jr. So Ted went to the league. Pierre Woods went to the league. He was like one of the only ones that went to Michigan. Went to the league. Dante Whitner went to the league. Legend. Man, it's so many I can name forever, and they still coming out of Glenville Academy, out of Ginn Academy. I mean, which is Glenville.
Dang. So you've always been around like talent. Like
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
that's crazy. So I mean, it makes sense when like listening to your music is definitely. I'm seeing more of the personality that I hear in the music. So after that, did you get recruited to go play in college?
Yeah, I was recruited, ironically, to I had a few colleges, but I couldn't really decide whether I wanted to hoop or play football, and I made my decision not with my heart. You know, I went to Toledo to answer your question, but as far as being recruited, I had other schools trying to throw me full rides and stuff, and like Glenville State, it wasn't really for me, man. It was this small college in West Virginia, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very like country, and it just ain't fit me, bro. I seen a damn Hillbilly Inn on the way, like damn, this a motel called a Hillbilly Inn, like this crazy.
But they was trying to give you a full ride.
Full ride though, but I'm thinking stupid. Like I want to go to the city. I want to be closer to family. Like
Dang.
I wanted to be a more funner experience rather than go somewhere secluded and lock in and probably
Yeah.
go to the league, you know, or
Dang,
have
so
a better
Toledo
chance.
didn't give you a full ride.
Toledo ain't give me. I walked on my dog Bruce. Shout out to Bruce Freezer, man. That's my nigga. He put in the word with the coach. Like check out our tight end. He nice. So we ended up sending him some film, and they let me come be a preferred walk on. Like I came early and everything, and I was
wow.
down there. I walked on the team. I was balling in practice, man, but it just ain't work out for me. Like the tight end we had, I think his name was Hopkins. He went to the league too, so it was like it was a good stage. You know what I'm saying? Like he was 6'6", he was humongous,
Dang.
and he ended up going to the league playing for a little while. But I just felt like I didn't get the shot that I should have got, like the real look by being a walk on. But I don't want to make excuses. You know what I'm saying? I also did some things that hindered my career, like as far as hitting the books the right way and
Yeah.
you know hustling on college campus and you know kind of not staying down how I should have, or not just transferring how I probably could have if I wanted to stay grounded, stay with football.
So why didn't you go with basketball? Since it seems like that was the first introduction to sports.
I don't know, man.
Did
I
you
think
have
I was.
anything for basketball? Like
Well, I remember Coach Holt. Shout out to Coach Holt too. He was like, "Man, you want to play basketball or what? Because I can, pitch you to some guys. They looking at you a little bit." I had a coach that coached my father actually was interested. I went and worked out for him, Coach Donahue,
Mhm.
and he's like a legend up there. He was in this some college in northern Michigan, and I had a good workout, and Coach Donahue liked me. But for some reason, man, I was stuck on like I'm D1. Like I know I'm a dog. I ain't supposed to be D2, D3, none of that.
Yeah.
So when Toledo showed some interest and let me walk on, I was like perfect location. Toledo is in between Cleveland and Detroit.
Yeah.
So, I got a lot of people in Cleveland. I got my mom, my dad, everybody in Detroit as well. So I just ended up going with Toledo, man, trying to go D1 and because it sounded cool. It was stupid actually.
Dang. So if you
I'm
could
not
do
gonna say
it,
stupid, but I should have made a better decision, like to go with my heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I should have went and hooped.
dang. So did you get any? Like, what was like? I guess your career in college when you was playing at Toledo. Did you get to the point where you felt like was anybody in the NFL looking at you, or you feel like,
Nah, I'm gonna be real about that. Nah, I redshirted.
dang,
And redshirt ain't a bad thing. It's just like, all right, the starting tight end is going to the NFL. I'm not about to play. Let me
Yeah.
get an extra year. You get an extra year when you redshirt, and let me see what happens in the following years or whatever. So in the following years, that's when I made some mistakes and didn't keep up with my grades how I should have, and I didn't get to where I was getting looked at and stuff like that.
dang,
I'm sure I would have though, because I was like back then the tight ends ain't have to be 6'6", 6'7". Like they had some dogs in the NFL at 6'2", 6'3", as long as you can run and catch, and that was me. And block for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had the talent, but my heart wasn't even with football, man. I should have went with basketball. I would have tried harder. I would have never just stopped sports, after a downfall. Like, I would have stayed with him. I'm still hooping to this day, and I'm old as heck.
Man, that always surprised me because I was like, you're so bad. Like, I knew you more for playing football. So when I started seeing you play basketball, I was so surprised because, like, you do move fast for a big guy.
Yeah.
When I was seeing you hoop, I'm like, dang, I really got to put more respect on him. Like, he is moving, like, and you shoot like crazy. Like, you one of those shooters that shoot and look away. Like, you just feel so confident about it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, dang.
I'm confident. Yeah, I would say I'm a little cocky in basketball, but I'm confident. I ain't cocky. Like, I ain't super arrogant or nothing, but I could tell when I release it if it's going in, like on some, not to compare myself with the greatest shooters ever, but you know how Steph, he know when it's going in.
Yeah.
A good shooter knows, like.
Steph turned all the way around.
Yeah, Steph was cocky. He cocky with it. Like, that nigga turn around and that motherfucker drop in and he already like this to the crowd or something.
That's a performance.
Me, I'm just like, oh yeah, that felt right. Pow, and I just know it's going in. So, my mid-range is my thing. I can shoot deep, but like Kobe's shot selection, Michael Jordan's shot selection, mid-range, that's my bread and butter. Like, I'll say I'm at least 70-80%. Like, I ain't gonna miss nothing. Like, free throw line extended type. That's where I feel most comfortable at. So
that's dope, man. Shoot, that's actually cool to learn because I remember growing up and seeing you, and when I would see you, I'd be like, man, he's probably gonna go to the league for football.
Yeah.
So
you ain't know that I was into, but
I didn't know
because around that time I was high school. I was football. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that you was a basketball guy.
Yeah, and Glenville was such a football school. It was like I probably could just go far in football because everybody else do. It just seemed like that, but basketball was my thing, man. I should have stuck with hoop in college.
Dang. So it was after college when the football and sports didn't pan out the way you wanted. Is that when you got into the music side? When you switched to music?
Yeah, I had always had it was fun. I feel like I had a natural talent for like rapping. Back when I was younger in Miami, I was into West Coast rap because of my father, like Dr. Dre and Tupac and all that type of like hard shit was in. So I used to write the lyrics down and try to learn them. Eminem being from Detroit, he came out with that. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to drink, and nothing comes out when they move their lips, but a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Dre.
Yeah.
One day I was walking by with a Walkman on, and I caught a guy give me an awkward eye.
You know it by heart.
I wrote it down to learn that shit, bro. I was like, I gotta know what he's saying. Like, it sounds so hard to me, so I wrote it down, wrote his lyrics, rewind, play, right, and
Dang, that's how you learned how to rap?
Basically, that's how I learned. That's how I learned Eminem's verse. Now, after that, I just learned how to rap. I think on my own, like trying to be creative. And in Cleveland, me and my partners, man, T.O. the Student, man, shout out T.O. and Tay Arnold. We had a group called TNT and J-Rock for sure. My nigga, R.I.P. J-Rock. He was the reason it was possible. We had a studio. We was young, going to his house after school, and yeah, man, that's how we started locking in. We dropped this mixtape called TNT.
What is TNT stand for? Was it just the bomb?
It was Tom, Nick, and Tay. It was that simple. But Al Fats used to be he was Fat Al at first, but yeah, Al Fats used to be around, all those sessions too. He was locked in with us, but he was like a single artist. Mm. He was going crazy. He had all the enthusiasm, the crowd, the hype. Like, he was at the talent shows killing it.
Oh wow.
We was athletes still rapping, like giving our selling our mixtapes. But we had bars. Like, niggas know we was crazy, but Al had, what you need as an artist to flourish, and he ended up doing that.
Wait, you was selling mixtapes? This is like in high school?
So this high school, yeah. We pressing them up, selling them, $5 a copy.
And people was buying?
People was buying them, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That really is a whole different era. Like, you don't hear that like, yeah, I'm about to sell my mixtape.
Yeah,
like,
right. We wrote that shit in marker on the CD. No fancy label, none of that. Just TNT.
Wow.
It was called The Takeover, matter of fact. TNT The Takeover, yeah.
That's actually tough.
But it was hard because it was like people gave us a listen. It was like they knew we was hard and we was more lyrical, but niggas like Al was, or not niggas, Al was taking the cake in the school as far as being a rapper.
Yeah.
He ain't really play sports. he focused on music, and he ended up getting on Madden.
Dang.
With, what was that song? I Done Came Down.
Oh wow.
I Done Came Down. I done. It kind of got like a Houston vibe, but you know that's Cleveland too. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So Al was taking the cake with the. I ain't go cap. Al was going crazy, but we was right there too, and he took a liking to my music. For some reason, me and Al had a couple freestyles out there, and it pushed me like, cause he had such a crowd, a base.
Mm-hmm.
It pushed me to where like girls was walking up, quoting my little lines and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, look at me getting popular. Look at them knowing me for something else besides sports, like, you know,
Yeah.
recognizing the music. So that's when I got into the music, man. It had to be high school.
Wow.
But you know what though? I take that back because in Detroit, my cousin, I can't forget about the roots, man. Shout out Prof, man. My cousin Dink or Jovan, Face, Dre Guns, Dave Beasy, that's all family. You know, we blood. Prof was making beats before high school, before I was in high school. So I was rapping in Detroit, you know, when I was in town. I was in and out of town a lot, so that shit was going crazy too.
Wow.
So Prof was ahead of his time in beats. Like, he was like crazy with the samples, like Kanye and all of them, like back in the days.
Dang. So when did you, I guess, put out your like first solo record, like where you was like, yeah, this is Nic Da Saint? Like, was that your first rap name, or did you have like a whole nother name?
I was Nick Jr.
Nick Jr. Like
yeah.
Nickelodeon?
Yeah, I was. It sounds so corny the way you, like Nickelodeon.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was Nick Jr., but I said it hard though. I'd be like, it's Nick Jr. Like, I made it sound hard, but I was, and I would say Nick Jr. It's Nick Jr. Equipped with AR 15s and spitting these 16s, and my niggas like fat boys. Yeah, we get cream, and it's been that way since a nigga was 16. BMB and TNT get these niggas something to hate on. Yeah, it's nighttime, but I'm still keeping my shades on. In the land where the sun's on, the shades gone. Know what I say?
I'm about to say, you can
in
really
the land
remember
when
your
the sun's
verses.
gone, the shades on. Niggas will have you walking around with your face gone.
Dang.
But that's like, yeah, like 16, 17.
I'm about to say, there's some savage lyrics.
Yeah, you know, that
15.
was rapping crazy back then. But yeah, BMB, man, that was Black Market Billionaires, I think. That's what we were in Detroit first, and then I was TNT in high school when I was in Cleveland, so.
That's actually funny, Nick Jr. So where did Nic Da Saint come from?
So, so to answer your original question, when I dropped .5 was my original first project. I released it. If you old enough, you probably remember Dat Piff, or if you just hip enough, you ain't got to be old. But Dat Piff was like a mixtape website where you could just drop your mixtapes, man, upload your music on. So we ain't had streaming and everything like that. You couldn't stream back then, but people had to download the mixtape and listen to it song by song, you know. It was cool, man. I dropped .5.
You recorded that in Cleveland?
That was a little later in life, man, after college and stuff.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so that whole gap, I was rapping a little bit, but I wasn't taking it serious, man.
What made you take it serious?
I don't know. I started meeting the right people. Like, I met, R.I.P. to Lacaz, man. You know Lacaz in Lansing. He a legend, man.
Rest in peace of freaking Lacaz,
yeah, man. The way, that's crazy what happened.
707 Studios, man. Never forget that place.
Never ever, man. So that was me being in Lansing, new to Lansing. I moved out there with my pops for a little while. Later in life, trying to get it together. You know, that mid-20s age where you can't figure it out, so you move back home with your mom. People who do that.
Yeah.
Or your dad. That was me in the L, man. And that's when you started seeing me more.
Yeah.
And I started meeting people like DJ Butcher. Shout out to him.
Shout out Butcher, man.
Yep. Lacaz, the GOAT, man, the legend. Branson might have been the first one that I recorded with.
Fresh B?
Fresh B, yeah.
Dang, Fresh B.
Yeah, I don't know if I met him through you or Butcher. Somebody told me about Branson. He had the crib studio set up. I went and dropped some music.
Southside, Churchill, man.
Yep. But when I met Kaz, we locked in. We had a thing. We was clicking. So that turned into I think I'm gonna try to drop a mixtape.
Yeah.
And then my pops was always like one of my biggest fans. Shout out him and my mom's. But he was like, I'm gonna invest in some studio time for you a little bit. I was paying something too, but we'd go in there with Lacaz and he'd make sure he bring the 1800. If you know my dad, he coming 1800 ready. He equipped with that, like, so we getting lit, having dope sessions in Lansing, man. I even have my little sister Denver in the room sometimes. She was only like 5.
Wow.
But we went to New York, and I linked up with some people in New York, and I recorded the rest of the project that wasn't already finished.
Dang.
I made a song called Brooklyn. You know, while I was there, I wrote this song. I was looking out the window, and it's like gazing out the window, tell you what I see. A bunch of real niggas like me, something like that. I was chilling with my peoples out in Brooklyn.
Damn, that's hard. So you was literally like, you wrote some of it in Lansing with Lakaz, and then you went to New York to finish it.
Yep. I wrote the majority of the project in Lansing with Kaz, but I went and recorded a good amount of it in Manhattan, New York, at this studio. I wish I could remember the name of the studio, man, because he was cool too, man. But that's where I came up with the finishing product.
So what was your recording like? Because now we have a whole nother way of recording, but back then, what was the recording process like? Like when you was with Lakaz, like how was that?
Well, for me personally, I would just I was always coming ready to the studio. You know, I wasn't always like you say now it's a different process. I wasn't always just freestyling or punching in. I'll be at the crib literally writing, you know. Some of this
like
was
notepad.
Literally writing, like before the phone, notepad thing. And I write my raps. I pull up to the tell Lakaz I got one, you know. So I dropped the bread with Lakaz. The energy of that session was crazy. Yeah, like you say, a lot of people consider that one of my dopest songs, like a classic if you know Nic Da Saint. And the energy with the session fitted, like it matched, man. Like that's why I was so lit. Like you don't usually hear me that hyper in songs.
Yeah.
But we was off that sauce with my pops. It was me, we was off it. Me, my dad, and Lakaz, man, and I went in on that bitch, boy. The bread was dope. But Ocean Breeze, you know, a lot of them songs. Probably, I had my nigga AC on Probably in the booth with me. Shout out to AC. Cheech and Chong, you know, it was dope, man. I had some smoking songs, some fun songs, and the intro was a dope ass, like legit, like real type song that you gonna feel. Like it was called Gut Feeling.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yep. So,
dang. So what? I remember when .5 came out. Like me and my little brother, we thought you were famous. Like the way Uncle Derek talked about you, we was like, dang. We got a famous rapping cousin. Right. And the cover is so hard, too. So it was so like simple, huh? Yeah, I remember I used to listen to that daily.
Yeah. Like, shout out to Fresh B again. He did the cover, too. It was just
Fresh did that cover?
Yeah. It was just all black. I was like, just put a big .5 on there. He made it solid black so it looked official and a dot and a 5.
I never knew that. Yep. Dang, Branson did so much stuff for Lansing for people. Dang, shout out Fresh B, man. He was the realest creative ever. He's still alive, but
yeah, shout out B for sure, man. Yeah, those times was good, man. What did you ask though, or did you ask?
I was just like, what? Like, I don't even remember what I asked now, but
you stated that. You know, you said that y'all thought I was famous, and that's crazy because people looked at me in that light a lot in life, but my dad was a good amount of responsible for it. Like he my hype man that's not on stage hyping me. He gonna hype me up, you know what I'm saying? My mom do the same, I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, my mom do the same. She was just kind of more in Detroit doing it.
Yeah.
My dad was like everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, he had like connections to everybody everywhere, like Miami, all these different states.
So did you do any like marketing? Like back then I know it was more like personal. There was no social media. So how was you marketing the tape back then?
We was out the trunk with it, man. We was like pulling up, shopping it in different states. You know, we was sending it off in emails, and it was on that PIF where you can download through that link.
Physicals?
We had physical copies. We was locally like people. My real fans that I developed in Lansing, they hip to me because of that physical copy, and a lot of them to this day tell me they still have it.
Wow.
And that mean a lot to me because it's like I never dropped another project.
I wish I had a physical copy. That's crazy.
You should. You had one, haven't you?
No.
You never had one?
I was listening to that on that PIF.
Wow, yeah, you know what? Shout out to Crackalack. Remember, you know Crackalack.
Yeah, of course.
So Crackalack out the L, you know, he had this dollar duplication CD thing where you can $1 per disc.
Wow.
So we pressed them up. We would press up 100 at a time.
Dang.
He'd leave a little box at the door. We'd go pick it up. Me and my pops. So we did that probably at least 4 or 5 times.
Oh,
that's 500. You know what I mean?
A lot.
Got rid of some of them in Lansing. Some of them we'll drive to Miami. Get rid of them.
Dang. So you was selling out the trunk in Miami?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Had niggas bumping that shit in Miami too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, niggas was banging that .5, man. It ain't just a classic in Lansing. Like, it's just, it wasn't the internet, so I ain't reached the masses. Like, millions of people. And I ain't have a deal, you know. Yeah. It was independent, but. So
what was that process like when you sell out the trunk? Like, I know, like, J. Cole right now is doing that. Like, with the Fall Off, he's doing an out the trunk tour.
Yeah, that's hard.
But, like, that's now, and we seen it on social media. I feel like, even though it's cool to see, the way you're describing it sounds way different.
He know that was a time, you know. He know that was a time captured that was just a dope time, man. Yeah. So he trying to, you know, he doing what he can to try to like bring it back a little bit, but you know it's hard to replicate or duplicate.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you was like in Miami, like what was the process of just I got a bunch of CDs in my trunk, like. I'm pulling up to play. Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
man, I see a girl walk by. Hey, come check me out. Come on, you know, you hollering at her. You can't be like nervous or scared. You might have to be a little nervous, but you gotta, you know, talk your shit, man. You gotta be like, hey, look, this is my mixtape. This shit cold. I'm telling you, just give it a listen. Trust me. These are the songs that stand out. The bread, whatever. You gonna want to dance to this.
Yeah.
And you talking to random people. You approaching random people. It's kind of like how people do now when they content creators and they approach people at the mall or wherever you might be at, and you just gotta walk up on people.
Yeah.
It was like that, man. Like some people are unapproachable. Some people don't want to get hollered at. Some people gonna ignore the shit out you. Some people gonna pass on it. When I came to Atlanta, I tried to give a nigga my tape. He was like, man, I ain't even trying to be funny. He handed it back to me like, that nigga said, my car ain't got a CD thing. And that's when I was like, this shit is changing, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas, you ain't got a CD? Like, you can't play a CD in the car?
That's when you first came to Atlanta?
Yeah.
What year was that?
2015.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They definitely had Bluetooth by then.
Yep. But it wasn't like in every car.
Yeah.
Like, it was, you know, a lot of...
They had
I would have known.
Aux. They had, like, aux back
Yeah, I would have known if it was like, niggas ain't got CDs.
That was the point where you could, like, just hook up to the aux.
Yeah. But he was a little young. He was a rich nigga, so he was like, man, you see what I got outside? Man, I can't even play this in there.
Dang.
He kind of flexed on me and gave me my CD back. Like, nigga, you ain't gonna still keep it and, you know, listen to it the way you can. But, you know, I respected it. He was honest.
Yeah.
He ain't just take it and then throw it out the window. You know, he gave it back to me at least to get it somebody else.
That used to be the most disrespectful thing. Toss your CD out or step on people used to step on CDs. Like, that was a crazy way to diss somebody.
Please tell me this fell out your pocket, skinny man. For real, that's how you like, man, what the hell? I just gave this to this nigga and he done threw my shit away. But I don't think I never like discovered it. It could have happened. I feel like most of my fans or most of my people who got my CD gave it a listen though. Yeah. I will say that.
Dang. You know what my favorite song that you ever created in that era was? You don't even know.
Ocean Breeze? No, I don't know. I was just gonna try to
Hide It in the freaking music.
Oh yeah.
Hide It in the music. That was the song that made me want to start making music.
Hide It in the music, I was in my bag. That's when I was like had moved on to not writing.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't like write that with a pen and
I
pad?
can't call it punching in either. That's when you try to. I was on my. So I knew that Jay-Z and Wayne, like they go in there, they had good memories. So back then I had a good memory. I put something together in my head. I get to mumbling like how he do, and I spit.
You just remembered it. That always sounds so crazy to me when they say Jay-Z does that. Like, I'd be like, how you writing?
Especially for them type of songs, right?
Yeah.
Like them type of bars you remember. That's how Hiding in the Music was. Like,
really?
I literally, I don't think I wrote nothing down for Hiding in the Music. I did it with J-Rock too, man. I miss my brother, man. I was at Rock House. And he was like, ooh, this cold. It was a lot going on. It was one of those sessions where it's a lot of noise and people ain't paying attention. But me and him on the same page. And he listening like, this nigga going stupid.
And he was an engineer?
Yeah, Rock was everything, first of all.
What do you mean?
Graphic designer, engineer, producer. He produced our whole TNT Takeover project.
So this is back in Cleveland?
Yeah.
And he did.
Hiding in the Music came from Cleveland, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it didn't make a mixtape or anything because it was a J Electronica beat.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's crazy, I didn't even know who J Electronica was So when I heard Jay Electronica's version, I was like, "Dang, he on Nick's.
Right.
He's on Nick's beat.
He's still in Nick's beat, right? Nah, I stole his beat, but nigga, you're not the first person to say that because Jay Electronica, like, you got to be a hip hop head and kind of in tune with that lane to know him.
Dang, so you recorded that in Cleveland with J Rock and
yep, right.
When you say J Rock, that's crazy. I be thinking of like TDE's J Rock.
Nah, J Rock that's our boy, man. One of our childhood friends who made it possible, you know.
You said he was everything, so he was like the Fresh B, but in Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
When I met B, he reminded me of Rock.
Wow.
Like when people remind me of Rock, that's why I lock in with him. Like most of my engineers remind me a lot of Rock that I lock in with to this day.
What was so unique about him?
Talented, just dope, man. Can rap, can give you advice on how you should put it, how you should come, and have the setup himself. You know what I mean? He's, you know, we wasn't paying for studio time back then. So shout out to Mama Rock too, man, because his mama allowed us to come to the house and do all that cussing and shit. But make dope songs, you know. She knew we had a dream and it kept us out of the streets. So
yeah,
J-Rock was just, man, what makes him dope is he was just able to do so much. He was like a one-man army. That was Rock, yeah. So I look for little signs of people like him. And you ain't got to be like that, but a lot of my engineers, ironically, are like that. Like when I met B, I was like, man, this nigga, I was telling Tom and Tay and all them, like, man, this nigga remind me of J-Rock. He do it all in Lansing.
Oh, wow.
And then Lacaze, he was more so specifically producing and engineering, but just his vibe, you know, reminded me of Rock. And Ronnie to this day is the same way.
Wow. That's actually pretty cool. Like you can identify like, man, if I find a creative person with these qualities, I know it's going to work with me pretty well.
Mm-hmm. It's like an energy, man. I'll be like, yeah, this that energy. I was supposed to meet him. We were supposed to lock in. I believe I was supposed to meet Ronnie, supposed to meet Lacaze. Like, it was, you know, it happened how it's supposed to.
Man, that's actually dope, man. But that's actually cool. I always thought Hide in the Music was like made in Lansing, so.
Nah, yeah, just .5 was made in Lansing, but Hide in the Music was like just before that. But I probably was pushing it because it was like the dopest song I had at the time.
I remember playing that like in high school, freaking during workouts when we used to be in the weight room at Sexton, and they used to have like a whole setup to like you could plug in your phone and stuff.
Yeah, did they like it?
Man, yeah, people used to be like, "Yo, play that song again." I'd be like, "Yo, this is my cousin." I used to tell people, "Yeah, man, he famous, dog. Like his music everywhere." Like
I was out there a little bit, but I never was. I can't never say I was just famous. But I've signed some autographs from music. And I've signed some autographs from sports, like from football and college and stuff. Little kids running up with pictures of me and the books that come at the game.
Oh wow!
Hey, Mr. Gilliam, can you sign? You know, so it was cool to do. You know, make
dope.
You feel a little famous at the time, but I wasn't ever like massively famous or nothing like that.
Man, you could tell me that. I swear, me and Tayshawn, we used to play music and think like, "Yo, Dominique is famous." I swear, that's like that was such a cool era because I was like. I would tell people and then play your music, and it sounded so good. Yeah, people was like, "Yo, who this your cousin?"
He is famous, right?
Yeah, it's just like not everybody can like get it, have a studio sound. But back then it was so hard to have like a studio sound or a good quality song.
Right. I saw somebody speaking on that recently. Like, man, now you know you can get it out the closet, but
it
wasn't that easy. Everybody has setups. You have to really go pay that top dollar price at a real studio. And
do you miss that era? Where do you feel like it's like that? Do you feel like the accessibility of music now has diminished, like the reputation or the value of a good song, like how they be saying?
A tad bit, man. But I ain't one of them guys that hate on what's going on now because you know the future is always moving forward. So for them to be able to do it so effortlessly is dope. They go and punch in the closet, save money. You know, they really branded being independent. I mean, I ain't go like, of course, Master P and them type of people did, but. Nowadays, it's a little bit easier for these guys to make records out the closet. Yeah. With a dope sound that people will listen to and push it via internet. So I ain't hating on that, but you gotta respect and I gotta miss it. I ain't gonna lie. Coming from that era, you know, I think most people would say they miss it, like when you was a part of it and it's changed. Yeah. So I ain't gonna say it's changed for the better or worse. Like some things might be different. It might change the effort that people put into it. It might change, like, it might have made people, you know, just make stuff, you know, mumble rap, all that came about, like, I wasn't a super fan of it, but I respect it because other people respected it. I mean, how can you not?
So knowing, I guess, I feel like a lot of your inspirations from your music, like the point five, coming from like your sports background, your experiences from Miami, Cleveland, Lansing, like then you went to New York, like you had a lot of inspiration in those songs back then from just what you was doing in your life. What do you feel like is your inspirations, or have your inspirations changed with your music recently? Or like your content of
I
music?
got children now, so I'm inspired by them. Shout out my kids, man. Zara and Dylan, love y'all. Daddy, love y'all. So Zara's my daughter. She's 9. My son is 6. Dylan Devine. He got my initials, DDG. That's something that we kind of do. We keep it in the family. So
Do what? The initials?
yeah, we keep our initials. Like I got a little brother. My dad, pops a Rolling Stone. So my little brother, the same age as my daughter. he her uncle and my son's uncle, but they the same age and shit. But Dash Devon Gillum, DDG.
Oh wow.
Denver Devonna Gillum, DDG. My
Oh
little
wow.
sister.
Who started that?
My pops. Like before
His
him.
middle name is Devon?
Yeah, and Ray Sean got Devon too. My
Wait,
brother.
your middle name's Devon?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Me, Ray Sean. Denver is Devonna.
Yeah.
Dash. Dylan is Devon.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get it.
Derek Devon Zara. Nah, her mama. She was like, well, she picked Zara's name, which is a beautiful name. Her name is Zara Giselle Gillum.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, she sounded like a beauty pageant or something.
Yeah.
Like Zara Giselle. Yeah.
This is definitely a princess name.
Yeah. But all the boys got it for sure, and then Denver was like the one girl that got Devonna.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm inspired. Unfortunately, I'm inspired by a lot of different things. Some tragedies, deaths that we went through.
Yeah.
My little sister, I'm inspired by her, man. My mom, of course, just trying to make people who passed on happy, and still put it out there. But on a more positive side, just real life situations. Me trying to have fun in music, because I had lost my fun in music for a little while, and I had a lot of dark music, like dark energy and songs pertaining to like just other stuff that's happened in life. So nowadays, I'm back, in a happy space, so I'm making like more creative, fun, sports type music. You see how the project sound that's about to drop, like got a lot of sports references.
Yeah.
So stuff like that motivate me, man.
Do you feel like, since you've had kids, do you feel like you have, or do you focus on trying to clean up your music or clean up your image, or do you feel like, how it is, like they say rap music affects people so negatively, affects kids negatively,
Yeah.
like do you kind of lean towards that, or do you feel like, man, I don't think my music is really that bad type of thing? Like, how do you feel when it comes to having kids and them listening to your music?
I'm in the middle, man. I'm in between, like I do know that the tongue is powerful, and I'm learning that more and more each day, how powerful it is and how powerful our messages is or are. But we ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? And music is a creative bag. So if I'm in my creative bag, whatever come to mind, I might make it rhyme, Some things you might not be able to take literal, or you shouldn't take literal,
Yeah.
but people do. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of in between, trying to clean it up a tad bit, make more positive music. But, we come from ugly truth, so, it is what it is. Like, I got trap history, I'm going to make trap records. I had death in families, I might speak on that in my music. It might sound negative, but, that's me. It's therapeutic for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really always the type that's trying to be famous,
Yeah.
be, super popular. I'm like there releasing stuff from my heart, you know what I'm saying? Using my talent to get stuff off my chest. So, I try to clean it up, but, a lot of it is still a little bit dirty, I'll get a clean version made. You know what I'm saying? I'll bleep out the cuss words a little bit or something when I play it for my kids. They don't really hear a lot of my cursing in my music. I try to go out my way to make sure I have that for them. But
Yeah.
in general, though, like you said, I don't think it's that bad, because I ain't gonna name no other artists, but it, there's niggas out here talking crazy, demonic crazy. Like I'm not on that level of bad, so
Yeah.
I just might have some truths, like I might have some hustling or some. I ain't trying to shoot them up, bang bang, but if I speak on a situation, like you might have to protect yourself.
What would you call your genre of hip hop? Like the style of rap you had? Like what? Because we got so many subgenres now. You got the Larry June, the Wiz Khalifa's, the Kendrick Lamar's, like, and every Griselda. Like everybody has these different genres of these style of rappers.
Yeah.
Where would you classify yourself?
Man, I don't want to sound cliche, but I really mix. I'm like a mesh of a lot of that stuff. Like I'm smooth, I'm laid back, I got energy, I can alter my voice at times. I'm kind of like So this project, you're gonna hear my Detroit side, like with my production selection. Whole tape go crazy.
That's a project coming out.
About to drop it on 313, man. It's Detroit's area code, so look out for that, man. Whole tape go crazy, and it's Detroit style beats, Detroit style flow. But you'll also be able to see that or hear that uniqueness in me. I'm different from most Detroit artists, honestly, because I'm like I don't want to call myself a half breed, but I wasn't in the city like a lot of my cousins. A lot of artists that's from there that never left.
Yeah.
I got the exposure in different states, different places, different cultures, different foods, different lingos. So you hear that in my music. Like I might say some Cleveland shit, but it don't sound cool to you. But like, where he from? He really from Detroit? Like he sound like from the D, but he, I got other styles. So I'm just kind of different, man. I will say overall, like when I have to select a genre, it'd be hip hop, of course, rap. Some people might categorize me in like gangster rap or hardcore rap. Is that still a thing? I feel like that sound throwback, but like hardcore, because my voice tone and what I rap about ain't soft and sweet.
So what is the Detroit style? Because we have, I feel like we're in an age now where everybody just is Atlanta. Like the Atlanta style, the Migos style took over so much.
Yeah, they had a wave, boy.
And it's crazy. Like before you used to know, like, man, he's from the Bay or he's from the East, or even if he's from the East, now he's from this borough and I'm from that borough. You can hear distinctions in that. Like you know who's from Long Island and who's from Brooklyn or Houston or Memphis. So it's like, I always feel like Detroit never got like the real shine that I feel like all these other major cities has. Like 3-6 gave the shine to Memphis, like Houston, everybody in Houston put on for that. That sound down there. Like, the Atlanta sound, the South. So I feel like Detroit hasn't had like I feel like it's gotten out there now. Like people kind of know.
Yeah, now more than ever.
Because you got like the Peasies, Cash, and even the new people, V's, Babyface Ray, but even them, they're not like the classic Detroit style that I feel like most people think of, like the rapping off beat. Like
they are though.
They are, but
they stem from it.
They've made it their own style compared to where I feel like if you go listen to like some old Dope Boys Cash Out, it's not like you don't hear that as much anymore, like that style.
But when you from there, you really can hear it if you know. Like all that shit come from R.P. to Blade. Niggas like Blade and Rock Bottom, the rap groups from back then. And, man, there's so many niggas that was doing it locally before Detroit got its exposure nationally.
Yeah.
So now it's the exposure, and it just stemmed from it. We can hear it in the beats. I can still hear the pace. Like, it's not as offbeat. Niggas a little more on beat now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, before it used to be like...
It was like crazy, yeah. But now it's like, it's saucy, it's wavy, and it's like, you can tell the Detroit style, man. We got bars, but we...
like, what's the elements of a Detroit style?
Lyrics, money, man. You know what I'm saying? Money motivate Detroit artists. Like, we money getting type artists. So you're gonna hear a nigga rapping about some bread.
Yeah.
So some of that choke. Some of that real niggas gonna rap about that bread. We rap about hoes, murder. Detroit has always been like high in murder and all that stuff. So you're gonna hear a lot of that stuff, but we ain't too big of a gang type of city. Niggas claim they hoods a lot.
Yeah.
More than anything, but you got Bloods and of course you got gangs everywhere, but a lot of that music is sometimes fun, like when you think of Asada Baby, hype, Detroit music, it stems from like Like our house music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Big Sean made ass.
That was house.
That's
real.
house, you know what I mean? Like ass and titties. Ass and titties, gel and weave. Like we got all these house hits, and that's Detroit style, and you can hear it. It's just hard to point it out. Like if you're not from there, it's kind of hard to hear.
Now, do you brand yourself, or is that like a part of your brand to say like, yeah, I'm a Detroit artist? Like, you know,
for sure. Like
I see you got the Pistons on. Like that jacket's hard too.
Appreciate it, cause I'm gonna go Pistons jacket. You know what I'm saying? Throwback patch. I'm gonna go Detroit Tigers on the brim. You know, I'm gonna go. I got a blue and yellow Wolverine shirt on under here. That bitch do not match at all. But I still go Michigan, Tigers, all that. You know, only one I ain't repping is the Lions. And then I'm gonna go Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Wow.
Mine clean. His was
those
filthy.
Those are super clean though.
His was filthy on the picture.
Yeah.
On Forrest Gump. But I'm gonna go, Cortez. But and I got Lions tattoo on me, right here.
Oh, that's dang that.
So I'm always repping.
That Lions tattoo is hard.
Yeah, I'm always repping, man. But yeah, I'm gonna rep Detroit for sure to the fullest. Cause even though I grew up in other states, I was always repping Detroit. I had a Detroit hat on. If you see Nic meet him, 90% of the time he probably got a Detroit hat on.
Yeah,
real talk. Like, and then I ain't go cap though, cause they'll try to call my bluff. I was a Packers fan. My mom bought me
a Packers fan. What?
Hey, that's what I expect. We from Michigan. What I'm doing liking them, but
that's
I cherish
crazy.
this T-shirt my mom got me. I think it was Dorsey Levens back when Brett Favre and all of them was on there. So I used to like Green Bay. I was with the enemy a little bit because we're in the same division. But I came on home recently, man. I was like, man, I'm ready to go back to my roots with this, who I'm rooting for and stuff like. And I ain't do it right when the Lions got good. You know what I'm saying? I did it like a few years ago. When I got my tat, I was like, yeah, I'm going to start back rocking with Detroit because, we had Barry Sanders, Herman Moore. We had them legends. We was always raw. We just seemed like people ain't want us to win or something.
Yeah. Now tickets are skyrocketing. Everybody, Detroit's new Americans team.
Yeah.
Like
now we balling, man. We ain't make the playoffs this year. The NFC was crazy. Like we had a great record and still ain't get in. But
yeah,
I don't think they're going nowhere.
That's what's up, man. So that's crazy. You said Packers of all things. Like,
yeah, I love the Green Bay Packers at one point, man, but I had to let them go.
I'm glad. I
like Favre and Aaron Rodgers, Donald Driver. I like a lot of them legends that was there. Charles Wilson went to the Packers. He was a Michigan Wolverine, so they gave me something to cheer for. They still got some Wolverines out there, but I got to keep it with the crib right now. We just got too much motion.
Man, that's actually really dope. So Where did the Wolverine fandom come from? Because I'm Michigan State forever. Go green, go white. And I always be like, why do you like Wolverine so much? Like,
well, you from Lansing, so, as you should be, Like, it's some Lansing people probably like Michigan, but for the most, it's
I know a lot of people in Lansing that be like, yeah, I go for Wolverines.
They just go against the grain type people.
Yeah.
But, that's going against the grain. But for the most, Lansing is going to breed Michigan State Spartan fans. Because it's down the street.
Yeah.
So, Ann Arbor is like not, I'm not from Lansing, like we were saying earlier. So, my dad was always a Wolverine fan. I picked
That's
that up.
funny. He's from Lansing.
That's true. He from Lansing and he a Wolverine fan, but since day one, I think his stuff go back to like it might have been Coach Izzo. They ain't recruit him, and he was crazy, like out of JUCO.
Yeah.
And I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, Pops, but I feel like that got something to do with him not really rocking with Michigan State.
Wow. That's
like,
hilarious.
Like they ain't really give him the shot that he should have got, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that he just wanted to go there, but they overlooked him. And other people was recruiting him, you know what I mean? All these out-of-state people.
So what I've heard, I feel like, is you're very inspired by your parents. Like,
for sure.
Your pops Wolverine, you're Wolverine. You became a Packers fan just because your moms gave you a Packers shirt.
Yeah.
They both played basketball, so you was all in it. So I hear a lot of like those key inspirations are coming from your parents. Like, do you think that they inspired or influenced your music career as well?
Definitely. My mother was a big freestyler. Like you
She
put
can
on the,
freestyle?
when we was young,
Yeah.
man, my mom was like the coolest auntie, right? First of all, she'd take me and all my cousins. I'm a single or only child
Yeah.
from my mom. I would be the boy and 6 to 10 cousins with us going to the movies, to the drive-ins, to the show.
She was a cool one, yeah.
On the way, she freestyling for sure. And passing all of us the invisible mic, like we freestyling as well, cause she like, and I'm gonna get it to my motherfucking Keyshawn. Like she gonna put it on you, you know what I mean? So that influenced me for sure, man. Like they love music a whole lot.
Wow.
And I think that's why I love music so much. My dad, he's the same way. He'll freestyle a little bit. He ain't a big rapper, but he has one. You know, your uncle. He got one of the biggest music collections. Like this dude could DJ. Like he be having the dopest playlist, the songs that people can't find. To this day, he's sending me songs in Miami. Like Dominique, jump on this. Like this new Rick Ross and Ball Greasy.
Yeah.
Jump on this song, throw a verse at the end, and just to do it. Like we're gonna push it.
How does he know about that song?
How do you know? Like but he tied to some people there. He got DJ connections, and he still visits Florida. So he pay attention to what they play and what they vibing to. Like Miami got a different bounce, and Pops love that Miami bounce. Like he like fast tempo music from living, because he lived down there for so long. So that's it's like happy music. He like that type of stuff.
Dang, so that's actually pretty cool. So would you say you got your freestyle or your rap ability from your mom, like pretty much practicing with her freestyling?
Possibly, yeah. Because other than that, like I don't know if I can give it to my pops. He'll spit a rhyme and it'll be silly, but my mom's was silly too. None of them took music serious enough to like want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
So I want to say it was just a natural God-given talent that I was able to take it to another level.
Yeah.
But as far as being introduced to it, it had to be like them. You know what I'm saying? My mom freestyling and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. Like I remember your mom's every time. The one thing I always remember her, she had the biggest smile.
She do.
All the time I would see her, the biggest smile. And one thing I feel like I remember is her name she called you, her Sunshine.
What was Sunshine? S-O-N, shine.
So she didn't spell it like S-U-N.
She had to let it be known that it was S-O-N.
Where did that come? Like, why did she give you that? Like, as her, like, name for you?
It wasn't, well, her name is Sunshine.
Oh, that was hers.
You know what I'm saying? One of her nicknames, but she made sure you spelled it right because it was like S-O-N for my son. She just loved me that much. Like, she included me in everything. Like, I was the world to her. So, yeah, man, I miss my mom's for sure.
Would you say that she is one of your biggest inspirations in terms of how you've been able to? Because I've seen you be a father a certain way, in a way where I commend. I think you're a great father. I think you're a better father than I would be. And I just think it's cool. Would you say that she's a big inspiration on how you've raised your children?
Well, first of all, thank you. I appreciate. That's one of the greatest compliments you can get, being a great father, because it's overlooked. You know what I'm saying? But she definitely.
Because I think you're the fun dad, and then when I think when you describe your mom, you're like, she's the fun mom, the cool aunt.
She is. I got to give her props, but you got to give I was around my father. A lot of people not around their father. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how stuff be these days. So I learned how to be a cool, fun dad from him and her. I learned a lot. I learned a lot of respectful and how to treat women from her. I was with her first. Holding doors, having manners, being well-spoken. She taught me all that type of stuff. My dad just was fun. Like almost big brother energy, but I don't want him to take it as disrespect. But people know, like, some of them thought, like, is that your big brother? Because he's so silly and fun. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't always giving father, but he know, like, I wasn't able to play with him like that neither. Like, what I'm saying? He, like, don't take him lightly because he's cool and fun type shit. So he taught me how to, become a man. It kind of take a man to teach you how to become a man. Honestly, it's hard for a mom to do that, and that's what's happening nowadays. And you get boys that never really crossed over into real manhood. So,
is that something that is, I guess, is that something that's a big concern for you with raising your son?
Definitely, because they out of state. They're in Charleston, so I go out my way to try to make sure I can, have a positive effect on them and raise my son to be a man still, even though it's temporary visits, summers, spring breaks, fall breaks, just weekends here and there. I go out my way to try to, make sure I'm in their life both of them, not just my son, but definitely because I don't want to say I worry about it, but I just know that when you raised by your mom, you pick up traits from a woman, and there's nothing against that. Moms are wonderful, but you learn so much more from how to be a man from a man. It's like if you a lion, you don't, you go learn how to be a lion from a lion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be like, I'm watching the I'm gonna say it crazy.
Gazelle or something.
Right, like I'm watching the birds. I can fly. Like, so just like it would be difficult for me to teach my daughter how to be a woman. You kind of need a female figure. So,
But how is it raising your daughter? Like I always hear that it's so hard for the father to raise a daughter. The challenges with that.
it's crazy, bro. It is. That shit. That make a nigga. You want to be that. That's daddy's little princess. You want to be soft and sweet with her, and you just want to be so much protection for her. You know what I mean? Because this world is like ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like they after children for some reason. I don't know what this affection with children is about, but kids are so innocent, man. So you want to protect their innocence and make sure they're aware of like negative surroundings, negative people, negative energy, and you try to teach them, but you don't want to force it into their head at such a young age. They don't understand that. They just worried about being a kid. So,
Right.
So with my daughter, it's just like, man, just being there is more important, than anything.
Now, what is the? Because one thing you said is that Dash is the same age as Zara.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that. I thought Dash was a little older, but they're the same age.
He old as in months, like
Yeah.
April, August.
Oh wow. What is have you noticed that is, I guess, a fun or unique connection between your family when it comes to like, because your family is very connected. I say your family, our family, but your immediate family, I've noticed y'all are all very connected, very close knit. Like when it's like I know families do family trips, but you moved to a different state. Your other brothers in a different state, but it's like y'all all still come together and do family trips year round. Like, so how is that having like your kids now integrated into like that type of? I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it, but I think it's funny that
I get where you're going.
Yeah, like Dash and Zara are the same age, and it's like they're more like cousins other than uncle and niece. Like,
it's sweet, man. Like that's man. What is it? Kudos or toodles? Kudos to my father, man.
Kudos, yeah.
Kudos, yeah. He keeping that thing going. He love to travel, and it's sweet, man. To where it gets to like my little 9-year-old brother and my daughter be on the phone. Like I call them. I talked to Dash. I was on the phone with the game. They so close. You know what I'm saying? Even though they live in different states, and when we all get together, it's always love. Like we have a good time when we go down to Florida or wherever we go. So like having a tight knit family, man, that's a great thing. And my little sister, man, she had a heart situation, man, where that shit make me emotional. But Denver, she done died and came back a couple times, man. So Denver Devonna Gilliam, DDG, we love you. You fighting, man. She's still here with us, and my dad ain't let that. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, Well, let me speak on what happened to her. She has long QT syndrome, where your heart skips a beat, or a certain, your heart boop 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 boop. Hers might poop boop boop.
So it's like a delay.
It's a delay, yeah. And so, man, she, they thought she was having issues with her brain and different stuff. Come to find out, it was the heart,
Dang.
And she passed out, man, and she pretty much almost died, man. My dad saved her, by busting in the bathroom, calling the ambulance, doing CPR and all that, and they made it. They was in Lansing. They made it to Sparrow, and she died. She died in Sparrow, man. They was saying the time and everything, and prayer works, I guess, man. They got to praying and talking to God, and she got her heartbeat back.
Wow.
Yep. So she's not regular Denver, as we known her to be, but she's still on a
uphill.
Uphill, yeah. She's getting better, getting more healthier. And they sent me a video. I gotta show it to you, off camera. But they sent me a video the other day, and they was like playing her favorite song. Mm-hmm. She loved music too.
Yeah,
the music
I remember.
bug.
Yeah,
man, I miss her so much. She used to text me, "Hey, bro, have you heard this? This song's kind of cool. I like it. I think."
Yeah,
it's actually very dope, and it'll be my song "Monster" or something. But it'll be like she came across it on TikTok or something randomly because she's one of them kids. So the music bug bit her for sure, man. But yeah, her situation is the reason I brought this up. Has made us even closer to where the group chat jumping every day, prayers every day, communication every day. Next trip, all that type of stuff being said in advance. Like, we trying to, of course it's different now, but we picking up where we left off slowly but surely. Like, still able to take her on vacations and travel with her. He went and got an RV, like, to accommodate her. You know what I'm saying? So we don't put her at risk. We might bring the nurse.
Yeah.
So stuff might cost some more bread and be a little bit more hard, but what they say, when there's a will, there's a way. So
there's a way.
Make it happen, man. And we locked in, man. That's forever.
Man, I think that's dope. I always loved the I felt like the connection all y'all had, even before like what happened with Denver. Like yo pops, he would just call, like, he's the coolest uncle in the world to me. He would just call me like, we going on a trip, you want to come? Yeah. And it'd be like, dang, this is such a cool family. I feel like the like the third
outcast cousin or
outcast cousin, but it's not really the outcast. It would be funny because it'd be you, B, Rayshawn, and yo pops. He's so cool. He's like, oh yeah, that's all my sons right there. And it'd be like,
he ain't gonna say like that's so. He ain't no details, man. We all family. And
then Tamika, my aunt Tamika, she's so cool. She's so Detroit.
So I love Tamika, man.
Man, she is hilarious.
That's my mama, man. I lost my mother, but that's my mama. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to have a beautiful soul stepmother. Like, yeah. So I'm glad she in my life too.
That is such a unique role, like that she like. Because I feel like I've always known Tamika, like, all my life. Like, I don't really remember a time where I don't really remember her. Yeah. Because I feel like her and your pops has been, like, back and forth for, like, years. Now they married now, but...
Yeah.
Like,
she was so dope, man. Like, she was around when we was in Cleveland and I was in high school.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, way before I even really knew her. Like,
yeah, she was so supportive, bro. She used to come to my games.
Really?
From Detroit, bro. Drive, be coming to see my dad. I'm coming to see Dominique play. Buying me basketball shoes so I don't feel left out. Like,
oh wow.
Our team like had the LeBrons at one point. I ain't have a pair. I was always like kind of different. I'd be like, I'm hooping in my J's. Yeah. I'm hooping in Barclays. Tamika would come like, nah, here goes some bronze. Like, this what y'all got.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Help me fit in a little bit, and I can only say positive things about her. Like, she was always just a great mother figure.
So how was it, I guess, like, because, like, I feel like the whole idea of, like, stepmom, stepdad, step-parents, step-siblings, like, it's such a prevalent, like, conversations to this day. When your dad called you, just like, yo, I'm about to really make this happen. Like, I'm going to marry her. She's going to be, like, officially stepmom. Like, how was that? Like, how did that, I guess, affect you, or did it make you have any thoughts? Because, like I said, now I know that you went back to high school with it. Like, she's always kind of been there.
Right. It was.
So when was the moment where you was like, man, you really like a mom to me? Like,
it was already that by the time they got married. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the marriage ain't changed nothing from how I viewed Tamika. I was just happy for them to tie the knot, but it ain't changed nothing. She had already stepped up to the plate as my stepmom. Yeah, so and that might have happened, like, not right away when they first started dating. That was just like, man, she cool. She be coming to my games and stuff. But we moved back to Detroit, like, around the time I went to college to Toledo. Yeah. And, I would visit Detroit, and, she was just mom. I also had my mom alive at the time, but she was just, like another mom. Like, it never was a time where she didn't give me that type of vibe, like, it make me feel like I wasn't her son. She always called me her son, like how my dad do for y'all. Like, people who not literally your son. Even my partners be like, man, like, if my dad keep in touch with some of my friends to this day. Oh, some of my closest childhood friends, high school friends, and he be like, yeah, them niggas are my sons, man. Them little niggas, man. We raised them, Yeah. So, just treating everybody equally, pretty much. Not trying to make anyone feel secluded. Yeah. And Tamika never did that with me. Like, well, that's my stepson. Technically, that's Derek's son that he already had. You know, like, none of that. Like, this my son.
That's pretty dope. Yeah. Shout out to Mika. She the hardest. She the coldest. She's so cool.
And she's so Detroit. That's why I
Yeah.
love Tamika. She, you know, P-Rock. She from Plymouth, so she rep her city, you know, rep her neighborhood hard. She's very popular. I don't know if you've ever been to Detroit with Tamika, but a lot of people know Tamika.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah.
Life of the party. Now, I think one cool aspect when it comes to like your family is your big brother.
Ray, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm the big brother in my immediate family, so I always wanted an older sibling.
Yeah.
And Ray Sean is like, he's like peak, like, this is the older brother kind of energy.
Yeah.
Like, whenever Ray Sean comes around, it's like, oh, he's in.
I know. I feel like
big
that
brother
too.
done walked in.
It's crazy, man. I ain't always feel like I had a big brother for sure. Like,
really?
that story is deep, bro. That's like my dad having a child when he was younger, around the time he had me, but right before, with Ray's mom. And, you know, grandma let it be known, that's your son, nigga. And my dad was like, you know, he knew it, but...
So you didn't always know Ray Sean as your brother?
I remember we have vague memories. Like, he had these memories of us, like, watching Godzilla with Pops as kids at grandma's house.
Oh, wow.
And he remembered that stuff. Sometimes I remember his, and sometimes I have my own memories that he don't remember.
Yeah.
And some of them are mutual. We both remember. It's like, when we were kids, I didn't have a big connection with Ray, man. I might have talked to him a couple of times on the phone, and by me being way in Miami with Pops, I felt like I was like that, you know, kind of lucky son to be with the dad. And, you know, Ray ain't have my Pops, man. They had to have a conversation. You know, we went on a trip where my dad had reached out, and I think Ray always say thankful to Tamika again.
Really?
She suggested that my dad reach out to Ray and we all go to Miami together, because, you know, my dad loved going to Miami on these trips. Mm-hmm. So this was a father-son one.
Oh, wow.
And Ray actually came. He tell that story. I wish he was here to, like, you know, tell his side of it, because it's emotional, man. It's like he wanted to say no. He ain't know whether to trust us, or he ain't know how he felt about his dad at the time, you know what I'm saying? Our dad. And, man, ever since then, I was just like, oh, my God, this is my brother. It's like I knew that he was my brother, bro, but when you hang with him and we, like, in our 20s now, it was like, this nigga is just like us and wasn't raised with me. Like, how? Like, genetics is crazy.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, we was the three amigos in Miami, bro. We had a blast.
What'd y'all do?
Man, towed South Beach up and drunk 1,800 and, you know, nothing crazy out of pocket. Just had a lot of fun and, you know, had shot little, you know, before content was content. You know, Pops had the camcorder. We got all kind of old school videos, talking shit, man.
Oh, wow.
Sitting by that clock on South Beach, going into, Pops connected there, so going into some of the clubs and spot for free, like damn, this nigga Pops be knowing everybody. Like, that's when Ray found out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like, man, it was just a solid trip that we needed. It was well needed, because all of us created a bond that's like inseparable now.
That's pretty dope.
And it's crazy because I was in my 20s when this happened with my brother.
Did you play your music then?
Yeah, we got songs. That's what we did too. Like, the DJs was playing my music in Miami back then.
When y'all went on that trip?
Yeah.
Really?
We got footage from it, man. They was turning up. That Brooklyn song I was telling you.
Yeah. It
went crazy. They got the twerking. That was my first time seeing a club. It was outside, but seeing like people react to it, like, in that matter, like,
wow.
I'm like, damn, girls is twerking to my song. And this gangsta ass Brooklyn song. It's not like a twerk.
Miami,
twerk.
Yeah.
It ain't like nowadays like twerk music. It was just like a hood song. And, you know, Pops was plugged with the DJs, and he was just great at networking. So we would always get them the music, and he was my biggest fan. He'd put it in their hands and be like, play this shit. And this big 6'7" nigga, like, looking serious but happy too, like a genuine friend. You know, DJs would do it.
Man, that's actually pretty dope. Now, I remember seeing you perform your music, since you're talking about like seeing your music in the club. I remember seeing you at a show at my first time seeing you perform was Common Ground in Lansing.
Really?
Yeah. And
Common Ground was dope.
You had the crowd going crazy.
I did, yeah.
That was a lit show. And you had somebody on stage with you. Who was like on stage with you? I can't remember. Did you have someone? AC.
I tried to get T.O. to come up there with me and hype man, but T.O. couldn't make it. AC came.
He was hype. For real.
That's another day one. You know, my nigga from Cleveland, man.
Yeah.
That's the bum. We call him Bummer.
How is it performing with people, man? Like, or
that was
performing
so
on
fun.
stage? Like,
That was fun, man. Because I never had did it. I never had a hype man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you should come hype. It was a good time, man. And he a fan of my music as well. He's one of the people that's in my corner to this day. Like, man, you should have been drop that shit, nigga. You better than everybody. You know, he like that.
Yeah,
hype me up. So he knew all the lyrics. So it was a perfect hype man scenario. His brother came too. He had a little brother who came, and he was just dope. He just joined us.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Dang. So what's some of like memorable shows that you've done? Like some stages you've rocked?
Common Ground stands out because that probably was my first one, I want to say. And I got my first paid show. So it felt good, like, to sign paperwork to perform. And I think Ludacris was there. And
he was the headliner.
Dizzy Wright.
Yeah.
What's that light-skinned dude who looked like Chris Brown?
Light-skinned dude that looks like Chris Brown?
Yeah, he used to rap. I can't think of his name.
I can't either.
He was there as well. It was a couple nice headliners, but Common Ground. What was that Michigan festival with Fly?
Oh yeah, in Grand Rapids.
That was my favorite, I think.
It was like called Prime or something.
No, it was the Element.
Element, yeah.
Element Music Festival or something. And it was ducked off in some city, like random city, but it was like on these grounds that were like might have been
country, like farm,
like Indian grounds or something, because the rules were different.
Teepees.
People was allowed to like do whatever they wanted to do out there, like peace pipes and smoking and whatever.
Yeah,
it was just cool. It was a different kind of unique type of show experience, man. Like where it was a lot of 1-on-1 with the crowd people. We walking around, we were regular, but you know what I'm saying, we just got off stage and we interact. The interactions was priceless, like with the crowds. And my dad was there. Tay Arnold was there with me. He hyped that one.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope, bro. It was a very dope experience.
Now, what's some notable features that are like collaborations you've had like through the years on some of your songs?
I mean, notable. When you say notable, I think of like popular. JT Money is probably my biggest one yet, and JT is a local Miami legend.
I'm about to say JT Money, yeah.
He threw me a verse on .5. I forgot to name that song earlier. FBGM.
Oh wow.
Fuck bitches get money, man. JT, he threw me a verse, and that was Pops as well. Like they were connected in Miami, so he did it out of love, and he slid on it. And
Dang, Pops know everybody. He was cool. JT Money.
Right, I'm like, how is he cool with JT? Like, JT seen that yeah. Who that?
He done got more like he done had like a resurgence actually.
He got a run, still going. He one of the hardest working rappers I ever met personally. Like, he's goals. JT is goals. Like when they say goals, like a nigga. If you want to be a rapper, JT is goals, because that nigga's a hustler, man. He go hard, and everybody don't know JT. Like, he's very popular in Miami. He's a local legend, but Detroit got a hold of his music too. They love him too. Mm-hmm. But everybody might not know him, but he's still putting his name on. Like you just said, his research. Like, you still see him on the internet.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I seeing JT Money? Like, this nigga like 50 or 40 or whatever. Not 40, but he up there, but he grind, man. He got them connections, and he introduced me to some of his connections. He invited me to a show. We drove down to, not Tampa. It's close to Tampa, though.
Clearwater?
Nah, he used to be in Clearwater. What's the other one? St. Pete.
St.
Petersburg, Florida. We was in this hood-ass strip club. It was some baddies in there, too. But JT, the 6ix9ine boys, you remember? I'm showing my age now. You remember Tootsie Roll?
Yeah.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll.
Of course.
So,
that's the classic.
Yeah, so them niggas was in there, bro. I was like, what? The Tootsie Roll niggas? The 6ix9ine boys? I couldn't believe it. Watch them perform and then like go on after them. Like, that was crazy. And then JT showed me Number Love. Like, my brother Nic Da Saint,
That's
show him some love. And I did this song I had called Up a Notch.
Up a Notch. Yeah. That song was, man, that's a crazy classic right there.
Yeah, Up a Notch was cold, and they was dancing, but I feel like it was a bad choice of song for me.
Really?
I liked it because it was new.
Yeah.
It you know what? It expressed that I was a Midwest artist for sure. But I probably should have went with the bread or something, like, energy-wise. Like,
yeah.
But, man, Up a Notch was cool. They was dancing. JT was throwing money. We ain't really had no money out or nothing like that. JT was doing it for me. She was cool, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out JT Money, man. I'm forever appreciate it. Appreciate him. You know what I'm saying, for throwing me that. Cause other than him, you know, there's some people I want to work with, but I ain't. You know, I haven't.
Mm. So with this new project, do you got any like dope features on it or anything?
No.
It's just solo.
Yeah, I don't have any features, man.
What made you go solo on it? Like no features.
I took so long to like give people my own project besides Point Five, which was a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted like to give them me only. Like, man, I'm quick to put my homies on songs and stuff. Like, I'm quick to do that. Like, it's all love for that. But I was like, man, let me try something different. I might have been motivated by J. Cole. I think he dropped a project with no features.
2014, Forest Hill Drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, how better can you express yourself than only having yourself and a producer? I even went one producer on this project.
There's only like one
Yeah, 7 Mel. Shout out to that boy Mel, man.
He produced the whole thing?
The whole tape, bro. His beats was just going crazy. I'm like, man, I didn't at least 2, 3, 4. The number just keep going up to how many beats I keep leasing from this same producer.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm about to do a whole tape go crazy. This shit go crazy. I'm about to just lock in with one producer.
Have you reached out to him? Like, does he know, like, you got a whole tape?
He knows. I mentioned it to him, but I got to reach out again. Like, we chop it every blue moon, or we text about, like, you know, you're in the studio today, send me this. And he responds. So I had to do some homework to find him. I came across him on one of them beat websites, but
like BeatStars.
Yeah, but his IG, like, it wasn't leading to him. Like, I had to really, like, hawk this dude down, like, stalk this dude. Like, man, how can I find this nigga? And then I got him to shoot me his number, and I knew it was on and popping. Like, I don't think he know how much that he's my producer. Yet. I don't think he know yet.
Feel like that.
Yeah, I don't think that nigga know. Like, bruh, Mel, you my producer, bro. You just don't know yet. Like, I'll lock in with you. I'm about to do another project after this, and we're gonna have some features on that one.
Oh, you gonna like double up?
Yeah, whole tape go crazy, or I don't know what I'm gonna call it, still crazy, or you know, still going crazy.
Was it gonna be a part 2? Yeah.
And I'm gonna have some dope features on that. You know, don't expect too many like super big names. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be people I rock with, like my people, like close knit type shit. So we're gonna do you know. It's still gonna be my project with features of them, but you know, I'm gonna have more features on there.
Now, one thing I've noticed, you've always worked with people, and that's why this tape, the whole tape goes crazy. Part 1, this is like just all you, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when it comes to hip hop and rap, like it's such a competitive thing. Like it's always cool to hear when people are into collaborating and they're into like being like, man, yeah, hop on my stuff, it's no problem. Because I feel like I met a lot of artists that's just like, man, you ain't getting on my stuff. Like this me, like,
yeah.
I feel like most artists are selfish. So what has been the experience, I guess, with you, like being like, I guess, forthcoming with being open to collaborations? Because I feel like a lot of your music I have heard like features on it, or like you said, you was part of different groups, like, and that's pretty cool. Like actually, like you being that kind of artist.
Yeah, man, I'm neutral, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no gang affiliation that prevents me from working with certain people. I don't got no smoke in the streets. Like, I don't feel no certain type of way about niggas where it's like, that I can't work with that nigga, or I don't want to work with that. I'm just open, kind of, you know what I'm saying? I respect the craft, so I go off of if I can hear an artist on the record, then I shoot it to him like, nigga, I can hear you on this bitch. And it might be, somebody else might have heard it and be like, Nick, that's your hit, nigga, keep that solo dollar. Like, man, this shit gonna keep coming, bro. It ain't stopping. Hey, man, if I'm only one song, then what I'm doing it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
I ain't no one song artist. Like, I gotta be able to keep them coming. So sometimes you just being in the studio with me at that time and, you know, being on your shit, you can hop on the record with me.
Would you ever join like another rap group? Or a collective? Would you be a part of any collective?
I don't know. Like right now, I'm a part. You know, Bread Hounds is my label for sure. But GWM, Good Money Made. You know, my dog Picasso, Queso Bands. You know, I run with them guys. You know what I'm saying?
I see her in Atlanta.
Yeah, we make a lot of music. Queso from Columbus, but he down here in the A. Picasso, he from Atlanta originally. So we make very unique music. Usually when we link up, because there's a lot of different aspects and different sounds, and P and a whole different kind of creative producer, so and artist. So that's kind of who I run with. At this age, I ain't looking to be a part of nobody else or another group. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against somebody being like, "Hey, man, you can add on to our roster," but it had to make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
At this age, like, yeah, and money.
Their money.
Yeah, I don't think that would just happen naturally. It'd probably be about some bread. So.
Yeah. I've definitely I've heard some I like the collabs that you got with like Queso and Picasso. Like I always felt like y'all had a very unique like combination. Like you said, it's different styles from different places. Like how did that come together?
Queso is cheese. Queso introduced me to
And y'all group's called Good Money Made.
GWM. Yeah, that's something that they had. You know, RP to one of their homies right before I got down here, who who died, who got killed. But they had GWM going on. I think his name was 3. You know, RP to 3. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him, but when I met Cheese, he a barber. He one of the dopest barbers in the city. So I just like connected with him. I went into his shop on Washington Road in East Point on the south side, and I just went to him. I was like, you know how you be in the barber shop, like trying to check out who niggas cutting, like who dope, who look fresh, like whatever you judge it off of. And Cheese, he just been my nigga since then. Like he was one of my first partners in Atlanta. He introduced me to P, who had the house set up studio, who reminded me of J-Rock, like all the niggas who become my engineers, can do it all, creative, you know what I'm saying, produce, artwork, all of that. And when I heard him rap, I was like, damn, this nigga different. Like, I don't want to compare him to Kendrick, but it's just like he was creative with his voice like Kendrick.
Yeah, that's high praise.
Manipulate his voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we came about, man. We was in the house and we actually got a project we never put out that we just locked in on.
Dang, I need to put it out.
We should, yeah. We probably throw it out there. We gonna make some noise and then throw out some of the stuff we ain't dropped yet, unreleased music. But me and Queso, we went. I threw Queso on one of my singles like "Trap Lives Matter."
Yeah,
that took off. Like we had some good motion from that. Like that went down there viral. Like World Star.
that did go viral. Yeah,
that was viral for real. I ain't gonna lie.
What was that viral? How was that moment when you went viral? Like, how did you feel about that?
I feel dope. Like, damn, I can make it happen because that's a new world to me. Like the internet era and all of this stuff. So I was like, wow, I'm going viral. Like it's a great feeling. Like checking my statistics, man. Like people in Africa was rocking with my music, or still is, but they doing dance videos.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing my, analytics like, wow, it's countries that I never even heard of, and I've got to look them up to find out where they at in Africa that's streaming my music.
Wow.
Shout out to that boy Smitty. I forget his name. Smitty Official. He's the comedian that I linked with on the promo that led to that viral moment.
Wow.
And he did like this hood trap. It just went with the song, He did this funny ass skit, and everybody in the comments was like, "What's that song? What's that song?" So I was on my hair page, because I got a hair business. For some reason, I feel like it'll look lame if it was just me direct, but it don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed of not having a fan base yet and speaking to your future fans. But I was on my hair page doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm scrolling for days, scrolling for hours. Like, damn, this shit going viral. World Star reposted All Hip Hop or whatever that site is, and it just felt good to see other people like making videos to my music. Like it's very common now, but when it happened for me, I was like, dang, I don't even know this dude, and he, because fans get creative with the type of video they make. Like it don't always fit the trap skit.
Right.
So they was making up dances. They was doing different things to it. This one girl did one on TikTok where she's like waking up mad as fuck because I'm like, this shit don't stop. Always on the clock.
Yeah.
And she used that part of it. And I was like, wow.
Oh, wow. Like she got to go to work.
Waking up for work, like pissed off. And I'm like, that's cool. You could just reach so many people through the internet these days. So I'm trying to get some more viral moments, man. I ain't nothing, that's how you go up fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you reach the masses.
Now, one thing you just said that I forgot, your hair business. Speak on that. Like, how the heck did you get into selling hair? Because you've told me some crazy things. You've been like at Tyler Perry Studios selling hair. Like,
yeah, man.
Like that's such an interesting lane.
That's crazy, yeah. Because when I first got into it, I was a security guard. I'm a big nigga, so I would get these security gigs in Atlanta, and I was with this company, and I was at a warehouse. I didn't know what I was getting into. Warehouse ended up being a wholesale hair supplier. Nothing but Chinese people speaking Mandarin and horrible English.
Yeah.
Or Mandarin
Mandarin, yeah.
and horrible English.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These can't talk for shit. Hey D, how are you? Like, but they cool and they was genuine and they realized that I was capable of doing much more than standing there being a security guard.
Mm.
Without me trying, it was effortlessly. Like I was just a networking magnet. They was coming in there. They was hollering at me. You know, black people wanna. Oh, it's a black guy in here. Let me talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just a security. I don't know what kind of bundles you. I got so tired of them asking me that I was like, you know what, I'm about to learn.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh, the body wave is right over there. The straight hair is right over there. So now the girls asking me where the hair products at. They seeing how I'm interacting with them. They like, D. I had a meeting with the Chinese boss, Kevin. Kevin is his American name.
Yeah.
We sat down. They offer you tea and stuff, and he said she was translating Winnie because she knew better English than the boss.
Mm.
She said, we want to offer you a sales position. And I was like, y'all want me to sell here? And man, ever since then, it went up. She started teaching me the game, man. Shout out to Winnie, man. Shout out to Kevin. All of them. Shout out to E here. I even put them out there because they taught me the game, bro. And it's like I realized we might be using each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how business works. I turned they business up. I would deliver the hair and accessories to all these local salons. And, you know, that's huge in Atlanta.
Right.
So I was, the Chinese people, they called me D just to make it simple because they couldn't say Dominic. They dumpling, like they was trying to say it. They would call me dumpling and stuff. I'm like, man, just go with D. Like D is better. So I took D and ran with it in the field. So I was, I'm Nic Da Saint. I'm an artist. I'm Nick if you know me. But in the hair business, I'm D. Mm. And it kind of would let me know how I met you. If you say D, like, oh, I must have met her in the hair business. If I see you again, like, hey, what's up, D? It's the hair business for sure. Mm. So I just grew the network, grew their company, man, and got the blueprint for myself because unfortunately COVID hit. COVID hit, what, 2019?
2020, 2021.
Niggas could not go back to work, A lot of people lost their jobs. Girls was calling me. That's how I know girls got issues. Like, they would still hit me up when we can't even go outside.
Yeah.
Them girls trying to, and I don't mean got issues in a horrible way, but y'all want to be fresh regardless. Like,
regardless.
You know what I'm saying? They going to keep it clean because them girls hit me up like, D, you got some hair? All these stores closed. It's hard to find stuff.
Yeah.
I was still connected with them. I had the hair.
Wow.
I said, I got to brand this, man. So that, I'm very grateful at that moment to get in the hair business because at first I looked at it sketchy, like, you know how it is being a masculine man and that nigga Nick selling hair in Atlanta. Like, it sound weird, you know what I'm saying, depending on how you look at things, but I was in a league of my own. I realized that I had my own, you know what I'm saying, my own little style. People rock with me. Them women want to shop with me. It wasn't a lot of heterosexual men selling hair in that business like how I was. We had the access to whatever you needed.
Yeah.
Wholesale price. Yeah. So I LLC my own thing, man, when COVID hit. So Dramatic Extensions, it's my company. Y'all shop with me, hit me up. Eventually we're gonna have a website and all that, but you can still get in touch. On IG is hairplug_D. Cause D, it's like hair plugged, but that D after the underscore is like that's me in the hair business. That's D. So I'm gonna keep that rolling, man. Even if I get too busy with the music, I'm let somebody else run it or something. I'm gonna figure it out.
Man, that's pretty dope. I always like how you've always been someone that, as creative as you are, when you see another opportunity, it's like that creative switch turns on, just for a whole nother market.
Yeah, you gotta because I believe things happen for a reason, and God sends stuff to you for a reason. I believe in God, so you gotta use that that energy that you're attracting, and take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it ain't negative, it ain't feel like nothing bad about it, roll with it, man. Try it out. And you use what you can, you know what I'm saying, in that lane. Like, networking is universal. It ain't just for rap. I got a network in music. I got a network in life. I got a network for a security job. I got a network to go work at McDonald's. Like,
yeah.
Like they say, business is in everything. I got to network with you to be able to, cuz let's set up the podcast. Let's, I'm ready. Let's do one. Networking.
That's true. That's true. Now, one thing I've noticed throughout this our talk today is you've been giving a lot up to God, and I feel like over the years, I you weren't always maybe as vocal with God as from my take of you, but I feel
Yeah.
like you become a lot more vocal with it, especially now you're doing Ramadan. He said one of the main reasons is getting closer to God. Like, how has I guess getting closer to God impacted your journey or impacting you currently right now?
One way is how you just said, because like I'm not intentionally trying to like make sure I speak on God. It's natural when you lock in, you locked in.
Mm-hmm.
So I am more vocal. I will admit that. I wasn't always vocal about it. I'm not always. I'm still not like the biggest church guy. You know, I go to church with my lady sometimes, but I haven't even picked a religion, man. But I believe in Lord for sure. You know, I'm just against negativity and demonic stuff, devilish, behaviors and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, where I'm at in life right now. So I'm just growing, man. It's God is helping me with this growth process, becoming, shit, my Pikachu turning into Raichu, Raichu.
Right, yeah.
Like I'm leveling up, man. It's time to go Super Saiyan, and God gonna be a part of that for sure. Because if not, I'm going downhill.
So what would you call this part of your life?
What would I call it?
Yeah.
Mm, that'll take some deep thought, man. Like where I'm at now is just the OG experience. Yep. I'm at my OG experience right now. I'm growing into I'm not a young kid no more. I'm not a teenager. I'm not even in my 20s. So, like, it's time to grow up, you know what I'm saying? And be somebody that people can look up to and that, lead my children in the right direction. So,
Mm.
yeah, man. I'm just the OG experience.
Now, do you feel like this is, I guess, what's fueling that? Because like not saying that you were someone that was immature, but we know a lot of people at your age, past your age, where they just like they still like they're teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we don't really have a lot of examples nowadays where people actively talk about why they've had to level up or what's pushing them to change their views to be like, man, yeah, I do gotta grow up. Like, what's pushing you towards that lane versus staying in a lane of like, well, I'm good where I'm at. I don't have to grow.
My sister's experiences, man. Like, I'm just motivated to always be better, and that's something I get from my dad. I do like appreciate him for that. Like at this late age in life, he's still like, I can get this movie, I can get this role. He might have hit me up a week ago. I'm about to get this role, Dominique. Like, so just being willing to grow and not wanting to be settled. Like I don't want to be, I've been copacetic enough. Like just too relaxed enough. Like I want to keep getting better, man. Just believing, having faith in yourself and knowing that you can always get better, get smarter, and get wiser. I'm not a know-it-all. A lot of them people that don't kind of where they at, they think they know it all already. I know I don't. So I'm just willing to learn and challenge myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to work on my discipline because I haven't always been the most disciplined person. So
What is your biggest challenge right now that you think?
my biggest challenge, fatherhood. Like that's what weighs the most. Like trying to make sure I'm involved in my children's life, like, and raising them properly and being there for them. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, just trying to be more godly, trying to do things the right way.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I hate to make everything about my kids, but of course I'm looking forward to them growing up, seeing them in high school, seeing them playing. I went to their first basketball game recently. Both of them, my daughter playing now, you know what I'm saying? My son getting buckets.
So they kind of following the family line.
Yep. So, I'm looking forward to seeing them, keep growing and maturing. But if I had to be a little more personal, but like personally, I'm looking forward to whole tape go crazy on March 13th, 313.
Now, what's making you want to put it out on 313? Like, why is that so significant?
Just, Detroiters, we love our city, man. Like, even though I wasn't always there,
Yeah.
I'm a rep to D, so I'm sure a lot of people about to come out with songs and projects on 313 Day. You know,
Yeah.
that's something that I believe we made popular. Like, you know, you got 216 Day for Cleveland now, and 305 might do something on March 5th.
404 in Atlanta.
Yeah, the 404. I don't know if you ever seen any events down here on the 4th, 404.
Yeah.
So it's become popular now. So, you know, I just was like, man, that date is a cool date. Detroit gonna be a part of my life forever. It already has been. So that's that staple. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me drop on 313. Other than that, it would have been 609, which is my mom's birthday, but I didn't want to wait to June.
What's some standout tracks that like your favorite tracks off of Whole Take Go Crazy?
Shit, the whole tape goes so crazy. It's hard to say, man. I'll give you different aspects. Like, if I want to take it to the club, Big Drops is probably my favorite club song to promote in a club. My favorite overall song is probably Paper Never Hard to Count, or Hard to Count for short. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I got my kids, they gave me a drop. I put it at the beginning. Very fun video that we shot, you know, in Tampa, Florida, and some of it might be in Puerto Rico. That's dope. If I had like a low key, like songs that slide that you might like, damn, after you listen to the project a couple times, that grow on you, Channel 2. It's one of them type of dope songs, and I think the youth will be able to relate to a little bit too.
What do you want people to get out of this tape? Like, since you said since you haven't dropped the tape since .5, what are you hoping like people take away when they listen to this?
That's a good question. I would say, just for who I am, you know what I mean? Me trying to dedicate a project to my city, first of all, by showing that I'm different as well. You know what I'm saying? I got songs that sound like Atlanta on there a tad bit too. Like, so just, you know, that I'm creative and that I'm very versatile. The beats might have a similar pattern, or, you know what I'm saying, you could tell it's the same producer, but the lyricism will show you that I'm different as fuck, like on every track.
What's your dream project? Like, I know you got Whole Tape Go Crazy and you got a part 2, but what's like the big album, I would say, that like if you had all your ducks in a row that you would put together, like what does that look like? Like features or the title or concept, like always
Probably
like
Sonya Son. I was gonna drop Sonya Son. I just be clutching it. Like, I got certain songs that could have went towards Sonya Son. That's my mom, you know. The late great, you know, Sonya Smith, you know. That's the name of that project. That is like one day. One day I'm gonna feel comfortable enough with where I'm at in life and music to drop Sonya Son. Like, hopefully it gets out there, because I've been saying it for a while. But when you're a perfectionist, you know, it's kind of tough. Like, I want stuff to be perfect because that got my mama's name attached. So that's gonna be that perfect project in my eyes.
what is the process for you, since you said like you're a perfectionist, like putting together a project? Like, how does, because like I said, we got AI music coming out now where people can just type something and a song is generated.
Right.
What has been your process with putting together like Whole Tape Go Crazy? Like from recording, like how's that? Like, just give us that. Like, how do you put together this tape or albums in general?
Man, I tied them in. Like, I wanted to put some skits on them. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to take it back to the days of skits. You remember people had skits attached. I wanted to involve people in it without them being featured on songs. So I have my kids speaking on it, my girl speaking on it, you know, other
Just random people
speaking on it, like, you know, and I just wanted to tie it in, like, by having similar beats but making different hooks, different type of style songs. So I don't know, man. It just came very natural. Like, I was just working and I was in that mode where I had a sound that just sounded complete. So it kind of just happened on its own, man. I was like, you know, I had to organize it and put the track list together in order, but other than that, you know, it was just kind of like a natural thing. Like, this is where I'm at right now. So, you know, some of it is, you know, trap related. I love trap production, so you gonna get them type of hard beats from me, for sure, for sure. And I think it's gonna be a very good project, man. Like I feel like people ain't like Gunna's album was crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Gunna shit went crazy, but like I feel like people ain't speaking on albums a lot no more.
Yeah. Nah.
So right now it's
Singles.
upload your single, promote it, whatever online. You know, try to go viral. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put the whole project out, man. Like what I was talking to you about earlier. What's his name from out west?
Lil Russell. Lil Russell.
Not Lil Russell. Like shout out to Lil Russell for sure. But the dude with he got the big ears.
I don't know.
He was like, just put it out, bro. Put that shit out.
Oh, Tyler the Creator.
Tyler the Creator. I'm sorry, man.
The
I don't know
big
how I
ears.
forgot his name. But that nigga say put that shit out. That nigga was speaking to me directly when I seen that clip, bro. Like, you trying to wait and be all perfect and 30 years go by and you ain't put the fucking project out. Put that shit out. Stop sitting on it and then you ain't gotta have the biggest rollout strategy and all that. You know, just you can work on that as you go, but at least get them songs done and get them from off of like out your mind out
Yeah.
onto the platforms at least. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tyler, man, because this really made me like want to get my music out, put this sound out.
What's some like dream collabs you got? Like some artist that you like, man, if I could work with him, like
I have to say like Jada Kiss. Shout out to Kiss, Scarface. Who else do I like enough to wanna like? I love all of them guys, like
the old school.
Outkast and T.I. Like it sound old, but you know, I wouldn't mind working with like a Griselda, Benny the Butcher.
That'd be hard.
Who's in Griselda? But I like to say I'm saucy enough to get on the track with like a gunner. You know what I'm saying? I'm versatile. I wouldn't mind working with a gunner. You know. Trying to think of who else. I'm trying to give you one more up to date person. I don't know. It'll pop in my head in a second, probably. Like one more person.
Now, what's something that if you had?
Young Nudie.
Oh yeah, Nudie would be hard. I can see y'all.
Nudie is like a new like YN type of artist that I would love to fucking work with.
Really?
That nigga's beat selection is superb.
And I say like Nudie's a YN though.
He ain't, but his crowd, like the people who are attracted to, like it might surprise people that I'm a Nudie fan.
Yeah,
I rocks with Nudie, man. I want to work with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's a way that in your mind that, all right, I got this whole project, one producer, which in an era where people don't stick to one producer no more.
Right.
What's your unique factor outside of, oh, it's just a one producer project that's like, this is why the whole tape goes crazy?
What's unique about catchiness? I guess and bars. I mean, not to sound cliche, but I got some creative bars in there, and I got some creative hooks. And it's like most of them are one verse. A lot of the songs are one verse with a hook at the tail end of the song. So I just took a different song structure approach. You know what I'm saying?
That's how like new songs are. Like they're shorter and
I'm kind of trying to fit that concept. Yep. I ain't got no songs with three verses on it. Like I ain't gonna tire you out. Trying to avoid that skip. You know, listen to that whole joint type shit.
Do you think that's like the TikTokification of music? Why you decided to make it shorter?
Oh, well, yeah. I wouldn't say that's just because of TikTok, like, but I do pay attention to what's going on. And I just wasn't in a bag where I wanted to do a lot of 2 and 3 verse songs. So paying attention to TikTok and seeing what the young dudes like. I know that it's short attention span out here. So, you can't come out here rapping for 6 minutes. Like, some people gonna stay true to what they know, Some T.I. might drop a song and have 2 verses and it's 4 minutes, but that's T.I. He already got a fan base.
Yeah.
My base ain't that big, so I'm trying to capture a base still. So I'm gonna play that game a little bit, mix it in with my own perspective.
Are labels like something that are you like going for the labels more, or because you're saying like you're trying to build that fan base? Is the goal to reach a label, or are you more on the side of like, nah, I agree, like independence is the wave? Because we got like La Russell, like we said, or like a Larry
Mm-hmm.
June. Like, do you feel like there is still a lane to go chase a label, or do you feel like the rap has been devalued so much that's like that's not even on your mind anymore?
I don't want to discourage anybody else from rapping, but it is devalued, and labels aren't signing rap artists as much as they used to. So just be aware of what's going on. You know, maybe you can choose what fits your style the best, your approach. But me personally, I'm keeping it bread hounds. I'm
Mm.
not really looking for a label. If anything, if people say, "Oh, rap ain't selling a lot, but this guy is different," I'll look at some numbers or whatever, and if it sound right, I might would make it right. But I would prefer just like a distribution deal or something like that, because I want to just brand my own thing. Keep it bread home, man. That's who's been with me forever is me.
Shoot, where did the name Brett Hound come from? Like, how did you come up with that?
Man, I used to trapping. I used to be on these trapping coast to coast on the mega bus on Greyhound. I'm like, Greyhound, that's dope. I was on the Greyhound so much, man, with like stuff I shouldn't have on me, man. I just ended up like, man, let me make this a positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm chasing the bread doing it, but I'm on this hound. Like, where you at, cuz? Shit, I'm on the hound on my way to Cleveland, like, take care of some business.
Hmm.
And that just turned into bread hound, like, chasing that money, man. Like, it sound dope, too. I'm like, it sound hard. So I'm like, yeah, let me start saying bread hounds. And then when I LLC'd it, like, yeah, let me drop all my music under that one nest. Bread Hounds Entertainment.
I actually like that. That's actually a funny backstory.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we're in a time now where, as people are trying to catch everybody's attention, do you feel like some of the ways you're trying to catch attention is more just like, everybody wants a controversy? I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
How are you trying to capture people's attention? Is it through controversy, or is it through are you gonna lean into the fact that, hey man, bread house is because I was trapping, or is it like I don't even want to brand myself that way? Like, what is
I
the?
don't. You gonna hear trap in my music, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just the truth. But I don't want to brand it like that. Like, I'd rather it be like a more positive, association, like with people that I have, or a connection with the people. Like, man, his song, he just be sliding. His songs, are like, like I got a song called I haven't mentioned called Joey D, and that's also titled Shoot the Rock. You know what I'm saying? And it's basketball related.
Hmm.
So I want to be in this era of nothing with a lot of tough guy rap and gang banging music, and I ain't against it. Like, that shit hard. I got something on my playlist, but I want to separate myself and be a little bit more fun and be able to for children to relate to my music, you know what I'm saying, and like my songs.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I rather brand it that way, like, humor, love, fun, hustle for sure, money for sure, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, it ain't gotta be like no negativity or no bad publicity. I mean, I know that comes, but yeah, I'm just welcoming all the positive energy.
What's the lifestyle of being an independent artist? Like,
It's,
a lot of people are like, oh man, I want to be this, I want to be that. If someone comes up to you and is like, yo, I want to be an independent artist like you, like, what would you tell them, like, in response?
it take a lot of work. I ain't even put it all in yet. Honestly, man, I would say a team is important. Independent sounds so like a solo mission, but it ain't.
Mm.
You gotta have people around you that believe in your dreams just as much as you, and realizing who those people are and pinpointing like people for certain positions and putting them in position to make certain moves for you is very important. Like, you can say you're independent, but you ain't gonna get far. Like, that's why I ain't probably got super far so far. Trying to just do it dolo. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Like, you gotta have people involved with you. So you gotta be a people's person. You gotta put some money into yourself. You gotta believe in yourself enough to like use the money you might spend on rent for studio time or for something, like, and know that you're gonna get it back like by the time rent, or I'm gonna pay rent a little bit late. Like, hopefully you ain't that tight with it. You know what I'm saying? I would suggest that people just learn credit. You know what I mean, and take that way about it. You ain't got to get a deal, but you can get a deal from the banks, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your credit up to par, man. Lock in with a bank, get your LLC, and just be knowledgeable of the music industry. And marketing is everything, I would say.
What's some parts of the music industry that you don't like, that you don't rock with?
It just seemed like with the rap music, or you said the music industry in general,
or just anything like when it comes to music today, like that you're like, man, you know what? I don't rock with this. Like, this ain't it.
I don't know. I like where it's at, and I like where it's been. You know, where it's been going. I don't like that rap is kind of on the downhill slope of things, but I understand that a lot of it's been heard already, and a lot of it's been done already. So it's like you got to talk about something new. I guess I don't like how it contributes to violence. You know what I'm saying? Even though I might have songs talking about protecting yourself, like certain music is just crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it really getting in them young dudes' heads, and they go do missions that's wild. Like, so I'm all about love and peace and shit like that. So I want people to lock in and be positive. Sometimes music can be negative. Sometimes it could be demonic. I feel like the devil's presence is high in music, so that's one thing I don't like about it. I wish it was more like it ain't got to be church music or gospel music
Right.
only, but I wish the devil wasn't
so prevalent.
I wish he wasn't the angel of music, or
Dang, that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Dang, those. Yeah, when you think about it like that, I feel like I'm such a big fan of music. Shoot, that's why we're here at Patchwork. Like, it does suck when it's like the good sides of rap get overshadowed by the bad.
Right.
So to even hear that, like,
the message is kind of lost. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it ain't as big as a message as it used to be. So I try to throw that in there without like sounding corny or sounding like too old school, like to make them want to listen. I try to slide that message in there.
Now, I feel like when I look at kind of your career from at least from the outside perspective, one aspect of your music that I've always been a fan of is that you still have, like, I feel like a lot of music nowadays is like you say tough guy rap and stuff. You still got bars in terms of like on some classic like double entendres and here's an analogy that I flipped and stuff like that. I feel like we don't hear bars like that no more. It's more like flex bars.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still on like Lil Wayne styles and stuff like that, where it's like, man, I'm gonna connect this and connect that. Like, is lyricism in that regard still important, or is that like still an aspect like for this new tape that you still that you're still pushing, or is it not as like to the forefront as like it used to be with Point Five, where you was like on some Griselda, like, man, you got bars and you dropping so many crazy flipping words that people like, man, I gotta run that back. Like you said, like you was writing Eminem, and Eminem be saying some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like that's still like a style you stick with.
I see where it's at now, where it's like I give it to him, and I like the aspect of like bars going over a person's head. Like you might have to listen again and be like, oh shit, that's what he said. But I don't want to overdo it, like, cause sauce is so important nowadays, and by sauce I mean like swag and just making stuff sound good effortlessly. It's like we in a time where you ain't supposed to try hard. That look kind of lame. But who's tell Kendrick that this nigga successful as heck, and what he got the most bars in the world. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you got to be yourself. You know what I mean. And me being myself is me spitting bars and being witty and more like artists that I grew up liking, like Fabulous, Jadakiss.
Yeah.
But I try to keep it a little more straight to the point, a tad bit. I mean, people might not notice it because I'm still so creative and witty, but I'm still gonna use my metaphors. But I'm gonna try to say it in a way that you're gonna want to repeat it.
Has it been hard to be yourself?
I'm gonna dumb it down. Nah. It ain't. It's just, times change and everything, so you want people to still like you. So,
Do you feel like you gotta like conform to certain things in the industry now, or like certain ways that like the internet says you gotta be this type of artist? Do you feel like you've had to like almost do stuff that you don't really want to do?
sometimes, yeah, like on the promo side of things and like just,
Are we gonna see you start doing TikTok dances?
right, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm silly enough to get out there and do it, and then, the girl I'm dating, she into that stuff, so, you might see me out there a little bit, but it ain't really my type of thing. Like, I really just like the music aspect of it, and like sports, I think might be something I run with, like putting sports clips with it,
Yeah.
with my sounds. They go good. Like, they make you want to go dunk on a nigga sometimes, or hit hard in football. Like, I try to make music that's kind of like that too. So sometimes it make me like, man, I don't feel like putting all the effort into being a content creator. Like, I just want to be an artist, a recording artist. So
That's what's so hard now. Like you have to pretty much be a content creator to be a musician, or even not even a musician, like any kind of market. Even like what I do with videos, like forget just being a filmmaker. Like you gotta be a content creator to kind of get your message out there.
yeah, you ain't gonna really get too far without like having some type of content you pushing. The people who don't, I don't know. Do people still have people like running their pages, like who already?
Yeah. You got social media managers and stuff
yeah,
like that.
So that's
like,
a lane you can take if you have those type of connections, or people available to do so. But it's tough when you're independent and trying to do it, and you feel like you don't have the personality to just be a content creator. And it might just be like, people tell me I got personality all the time, but it might just be how I view myself. Like, man, I don't want to get on here and talk to y'all on the end to my phone every day. Like, I wasn't raised doing it. Like, it just ain't as comfortable, But for them, it's comfortable. Like, it's what they want to do every day of their life.
Hey, people making some bread off of it, man. Shoot. Yeah. I think it's gonna be cool, like when the whole Take Goes Crazy comes out, because just from what I've heard, like I haven't heard the whole project in its entirety. So just the singles and songs that I've heard, like it's hype for sure.
Yeah.
Like I think me personally, I think it's some of the best music you've ever created.
Really appreciate it.
Like these songs, like, cause one, like you said, it's a whole new style, new song structure. Mm-hmm. I said I'm used to you having bars, like, man, let me run that back and stuff like that. Like one of my favorite songs, other than Hiding the Music, one of my favorites is that one with your guy, like dang, what's it called? I Just Want a Ball.
Oh, with T.O.
I Just Want a Ball it's probably like my number one song from you.
You did like I Just Want a Ball.
That's one of my. I used to play the heck out of that song because it was inspirational, but you had bars on there that was like, man, he's spitting. Like, I gotta keep running that back. So it's like to go from that, which is still dope to hear your new style. To me, I feel like all your songs exceed that now.
Yeah.
Like all my favorite songs I've had, this whole tape that I've, at least the parts that I've heard so far, exceeds all that.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool from my own fan perspective. Yeah, I'm like, dope. Yeah, he's in his bag. He's in a whole different bag now. Like,
yeah, I Just Want a Ball was so dope because that's one of the only songs that I was able to bring one of my partners from Cleveland in onto some production from my cousin who I was telling you about earlier, Prof. Mm-hmm. My cousin Dink, like.
Oh, he produced that?
He made that beat, bro.
Dang, shout out to him. That beat is crazy.
Yeah, man. I thought of T.O. when I came over the hook. I was like, T.O. is an intellectual. He's saucy, like he's very catchy, but I could see him like he got a clean sound. And I Just Want a Ball is like a clean
verse is. I can't lie. Sometimes when I was listening, I was a bigger fan of his verse than yours because his verse used to go so hard. Like I remember when I first met him, I was like, bro, I Just Want a Ball. That's the greatest thing I ever heard. Yeah, to his face, because I would listen to that and that felt like I feel like people don't have complete songs, but like sometimes you got a feature on a song and it's like they didn't need that. Right. But I Just Want a Ball sounds like a complete song. Was like, yeah, you needed him on there, and it's like that's a great thought right there, full complete thought. Like, man, because I'd be like, yeah, I Just Want a Ball.
Yeah,
I'm excited, man. I can't wait to hear like the full thought, the full project, because like I said, the few songs I've heard, it's been hype. It's been lit.
Mm-hmm.
And whole tape goes crazy. I feel like that's gonna be an era. Like, you know, Kanye had eras. Like, you had the college
College
dropout
dropout.
era,
Yeah.
My Beautiful Dark. I feel like we're entering an era where it's like you have a whole nother aura, all this on you that's like, yeah, that was .5 Nick. This is go crazy Nick.
People ain't know I possessed this type of.
Yeah.
I was capable of this one, so yeah. I think so too, man. I'm very excited, man, and the visuals, man. I'm excited to shoot some more visuals and get some of the ones out to the people, you know, that we've been working on.
Yeah.
Because you crazy, like you go crazy too.
Appreciate
On that camera work, you go crazy. So I'm excited, man, to put it out there and just. I ain't really, like I say, it'd be therapeutic for me. It'd be therapy, but I'm excited because it's gonna get a response, you know. Even if it's 10 people, like it's gonna be more than that. But let's just say it was 10. That's still a response, and you know, people care about how people view things. So I'm excited for the people to hear it, and especially for my day one fans, man, that's been locked in with Nic Da Saint, Nick Jr., Nick Jr. All the the day ones. They mean a lot, man, because they still be letting me know, like, bro, I still got this on my iPod, and one nigga told me that, like, you still working out with an iPod, bro? He's like, yeah, bro, I still be banging that song on my shit. I'm like, music really live forever, like they say, man. So
a hit is a hit.
Yeah. So I'm interested in how people gonna view it, and it's gonna be fun releasing something that's gonna hopefully stick forever.
Now, when it comes to thinking about it from that aspect, as a fan aspect, and I know you said you've had interactions with people giving autographs and stuff. Are you giving people autographs and stuff like that? Where can you see yourself, like, when part one drops? Put out visuals. Hopefully, did some shows and everything like that. Like, what is the reaction that you're hoping to get, even if it's from 10 people?
I would just hope that I hope that people tell me that I've affected them in a positive way. Where, like, some of my songs help them get through situations, or I love playing that when I go do something active. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to, like, work on their fitness and health and stuff like that, because I'm in that bag right now. So I would just like for people to view it in a good, positive way, man. Like, positive energy. Like, I hope they bang it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play it low, play it loud. I ain't got the type of music to ride around playing low.
Yeah.
It ain't subtle. It ain't, it's hard. These beats is hard. So crank that shit, like, yeah, just genuinely rock with me, hopefully,
Cool, man.
And pick up on some of the lines that might have went over people's heads. Like, I like when people tell me they understood what I said.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I caught that man, that was crazy. When you, the triple entendre, like, I want people to, like, catch on, do your homework.
Now, even though there's no features, like, on this tape, and you say you got, like, a lot of skits and other people featured on there, is there an aspect of the tape that you're proud of, that you feel like, people might not catch this? Like you say, you want people to catch it, but it's something that you personally put in there that's like, man, probably nobody would really know except for me.
Some of the, maybe, like, one skit in particular, it'll probably be like, man, people don't know, like, that was, like, the real deal. That really happened. I was really in Detroit. People was going crazy. Like, it's an altercation, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, that's just what popped in my mind when you asked that question. Like, that one skit is gonna be kind of crazy.
Like, it's not really a skit. It's like something really.
It's really not really a skit. It's not, like, practiced or, like, thought of before. It just was natural.
Yeah.
And I hit record on my phone by mistake.
So the happy accident.
Yeah. During the altercation, during the fight, man, my cousin's in the city, man, going crazy, man. It's you're gonna hear a lot of Detroit commotion in that skit. So,
oh, that's gonna be funny.
It's hilarious, bro. And it's gonna be before one of the hardest songs, which is the bonus track. Like, where I'm kind.
How many tracks is on it?
I'm going for 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the 11th song is it's a song where I'm kind of like rapping like back in the days, like bars. Like the concept of the tape is a little bit different from that one song. It's kind of like a bonus track. So
Cool, man. Well, shoot, that I think I learned a lot about you that I actually didn't know. As my
Really?
big cousin, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a few things I was like, dang, I did not know that about you. So
yep.
that's everything I got, man. Like, you got anything else that you want to add, so you want to let the world know?
Nah, man, y'all, stay wavy, man. Big Bear Hound signing out. Peace and love to everybody, man. Stay grounded, stay healthy.
You know, I'll add this that I think is really cool. I appreciate that you didn't stop. I appreciate that you, like, I've seen you go up, down, have the kids.
Yeah.
Been through a lot of, like, a whole lot of crap that most people would, like, yeah, I'm done with everything I was doing before.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you have kept going and you got plans even after this tape.
Yeah.
Because I think that that's not only an inspiration, but it shows your fortitude.
Yeah.
And it does show the God within you.
Yeah.
And I think that's really dope, man. That's something that I've always noticed is, like, we have our things, like, back and forth. We might disagree or not agree or moments, but
yeah,
in the back of my mind, I always know, like, if there's one person I know that doesn't give up, it's you.
Yeah.
You know, hey, that's an aspect of you I've always thought was cool.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Rest in peace to Kobe, man. What did he say? Mamba mentality. He said, job not done.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the job ain't done, man. I feel like I ain't even got started. Like, I'm late, so, man, let them excuses go. Keep it going, man. Stay with it.
That's what we on.
Stay down till you come up.
Whole tape go crazy.
It's going crazy, man. We out.
Peace.
All right. But I would say Nick Jr. It's Nick Jr. Equipped with AR-15s and spitting these 16s, and my niggas like fat boys. Yeah, we get cream. And it's been that way since a nigga was 16. BMB and TNT get these niggas something to hate on. Yeah, it's nighttime, but I'm still keeping my shades on. In the land where the sun's on, the shades gone. Know what I say?
I'm about to say, you can
in the
really
land
remember
when
your
the sun's
verses.
gone, the shades on. Niggas will have you walking around with your face gone.